for live on YouTube. All right. Here we go. U.S. men's national team, Pochettino's first competitive match against Jamaica, of course, in the Nations League. This will be 2 legs. If you don't know, they're going to play Jamaica tonight. They're going to play them at the same time on Monday. And it is the aggregate score over those 2 legs. So huge 2 matches here for Pochettino. Needs to set the tone. Very exciting starting lineup for us, I think. I mean, getting to see Tessman and Cardoso together, we talked about it on Monday, on the podcast on Monday. I thought that we might see the 2 of them together to play with McKennie. I think that's really the only time you will see McKennie in midfielders with 2 more defensive-minded midfielders if they're going to cover all that space. This partnership, to me, makes a lot of sense. I think this double pivot is exactly how double pivot should be. You have Cardoso, who's going to be the controller, the Jorginho role. You have Tessman, who can play as a lone 6, but wants to be a progressor. He wants to spray the ball all over the place. Really nice partnership. I know you and I both wanted to see Tillman in this 11. Probably the biggest disappointment is not seeing him in this 11, but...
Shout out Lauren.
But it's exciting nonetheless to...
So you see what's on our screen. Yes. What do you think the actual formation looks like? Because obviously Cardoso is not playing Lamb behind Pepe.
No, it's going to be Pulisic off the left. It's going to be McKennie as kind of a pseudo 10.
So you think it's just a pure 4-2-3-1?
I do. I don't think anyone's playing as a lone 6. Just based off of what we saw in the last. What we saw last was we had Morris and Busio as a double pivot, and then it was just a 4-2-3-1.
I almost see a world, and I feel like I may have touched on this but forgot about it. I could see a world where this turns into kind of when Dyer played the 6 and Eriksson and Ali were playing in midfield, and it got super narrow there, and then, Robinson and Scally get super high, and it turns into a 5-back with Cardoso dropping into like center back in possession. It's a little different than what we saw in the first matches with Poch when Musa was going out there. And Scally was coming inside, but I think there's a chance that it could be that as well.
No, for sure. I mean, I think when we saw Pochettino take over, right, we kind of thought he was going to play similarly to how he played both at Chelsea and Tottenham, which was with a more traditional lone 6, whether there was Enzo last year or Dyer or Dembele or Wanyama long ago, and then kind of a Eriksson-type player who might be McKennie or Musa, and then an Ali-type player who we hoped was going to be Tillman. But that isn't what we saw, whatever it was, a month ago or less. So, I expect it to be Musa off the right. And he loves Musa off the right. Clearly, that's where he's preferred to play him so far.
For sure. Do you think that is a decision he would have made if Way is fit?
It's hard to say. I hope not, considering Weah's in such good form. Musa's not playing that much for Milan.
Right.
But Pochettino really likes Musa, so that's...
And we really like Musa,
yeah, we do too.
I don't hate it.
And I don't hate him off the wing. I mean... It's annoying because it's like you'd rather see Pochettino go out and try to win this match, take it by the balls. But at the same time, I'll take a 2-0 as long as we control the game. Like, this should not look anything like the Nations League semifinal against Jamaica. What was it, last March?
Oh, my God.
It should look nothing like that match. We should have complete control of the ball in this match. We are playing with 2 controlling type midfielders, and we should be getting Pulisic and Pepe into some really exciting areas. And Anthony should be flying up. This should be a match made in heaven for Anthony.
Correct.
To be out wide, let Pulisic come into the half spaces and make something happen.
He has so much cover. Pulisic is going to naturally want to come inside. We've seen him do it all year for AC Milan. I agree. It's a Jedi. You know what? Let's do it. All right, let's preview the match, our predictions, while making our parlay.
All right, so I've got 2-0 to the United States. I think it's a comfortable 2-0. I think you get a goal in the first 15, 20 minutes. One more
I feel like you're
early
acting
in the second
like me
half.
right now.
No, I feel this is going to be a comfortable... We're going to come out with high intensity. We actually have a squad here that wants to play.
So you want to go USA minus 1.5, Pulisic to score and Jedi assist?
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
I'd like to do USA minus 1.5, Pulisic to score anytime, Anthony to assist anytime. Feels like a tasty little parlay. Anthony's going to hit Ricardo Pepi on a hard low cross for a goal.
Literally, absolutely
and
not.
Pulisic's going to score the other.
I hate to break it to you, there's no assists available for this match.
Really? On either book?
Well, I only check one, so maybe I could be wrong there.
And if you want something even a little spicier, we have.
Oh, true.
It is Thursday Night Football. We do have both games going here. You should turn off your sound on both TVs because we'll call both games for you. No
Yes.
Al Michaels, no Kirk Herbstreit, none of these frauds on Max. No offense to
facts.
our partner, Bleacher Report. But you've got it all here. And so we got a little something spicy. We've got first goal scorer, first touchdown scorer, parlay.
Yes. Reveal it to the good people.
Weston McKennie is our U.S. pick. And in the mode of the U.S. Soccer Federation, we're going to go husband of Julie Ertz, Zach Ertz first touchdown in the Thursday Night Football game.
Yep.
Put those two together. You're looking at a 5 to win 2 grand parlay or a 50 to win 20 grand parlay.
However you want to go about it.
Stake
Yeah.
But it could be a real sweat here coming up for us when Weston McKennie scores that early goal. So
All right, you see if we can find a little assist line, and I do not see it the same way. I'm going to live in the optimism world where this is a 2-0, but I think this has 0-0 written all over it. We're playing with a bunch of 2 defensive-minded first midfielders and then 3 kind of box-to-box midfielders, and I just don't, or 2 box-to-box midfielders, and I see this as a very controlled game. Jamaica's going to sit in and try and hit on the break, and I think we are going to control possession really well and not make enough chances that, because Pepe, we all know, needs 5 to convert 1, so I just don't see, you get an assist anywhere, or it's not?
So they have assists on DraftKings, but they're not letting you same-game parlay on DraftKings. So it may just have to be a Pulisic, Pepe, USA -1.5 parlay.
Right, that I don't even know if I can get on board with.
What are you thinking then? Let's load up something else.
All right.
Anyone else have a
Pulisic.
leg of a parlay that they want to throw our way?
Pulisic. Let's go with Pulisic anytime goal scorer.
Okay.
And we'll go halftime correct score 1-0, correct score 2-0.
My God.
Oh, you can't combine that.
Why? That's so dumb. Should we just do correct score?
Correct score 2-0. All right.
And anything else? You can't even combine that.
You can't combine 2-0 and Pulisic? Nah, that can't be right.
All right, who's got a leg of a parlay for us that we could throw?
I know 1 of 7 of you, Lauren won't let him bet. That's a damn shame. Well, we can bet, so you can give us a suggestion.
Yeah, JC, why don't you throw out some suggestions? Just because you can't bet doesn't mean
I
can't
can.
bet.
Reload it. Reload it.
Oh, I think I had Jamaica 2-0. Yep, I did.
That would be tough. A USA goal scorer and predicting
Yes.
0. That's actually nice of them to not let you take that. If
Because
I'm
they
a
would
book,
ju-
I'm
yeah.
like, if you're so fucking stupid,
Well,
like,
because they just do home and away, and I just
yeah,
wasn't
no,
looking
it's
at it.
tough.
What is that? You got plus 1960 on that?
Yeah. All right.
Feels fine.
Yeah, I'll throw a 100 piece on it.
Yeah. My
All right, I'm
location
in.
can't be verified.
I just got
Give
the
me a
same
break.
thing, and then I verified.
All right, so we've got two little pieces of action pregame here. We've got the first goal scorer, first touchdown scorer.
Yep.
Parlay. That's Weston McKennie, first goal scorer, and wife of U.S. Women's National Team legend Julie Ertz, Zach Ertz, first touchdown scorer in the Thursday night game. And then we've got Pulisic to score anytime and 2-0 USA as our other parlay. Definitely get involved in the parlays of the day. We've won a couple of those here on stream. They're always exciting.
Have we? I think we're. I hate to break it to the.
I think
good
we won
people.
one,
I think
no?
we're over.
Really?
I mean,
Then tonight.
tonight might be the night.
Tonight, if
I feel
we're
like this
over,
is the
we're due
most
then.
simple we've kept. Actually, a correct score is certainly not the most simple we've kept it.
When we win 3-0 in a last-second goal, it's going to be brutal.
JC, a home friend or a Syracuse friend?
JC is a former work friend, now just friend. Good guy. Hey, JC, look what water bottle I brought, bud. He's going to be excited about that. Just gave this to me last week. It's a real nice guy. Look at this. Nice little Yeti.
He doesn't work for Yeti, right? I hate those fucking water bottles.
He works for USGA.
I hate those water bottles with a passion. If I'm keeping
I
it
mean,
a buck.
Jamaica has more fans in this little stadium than we get in frickin' any of our stadiums.
Hey, if we're gonna do one thing here, we keep it honest. We're not hired by the U.S. Soccer Federation.
No. 100%. I mean, doesn't look like much of an atmosphere. It's one of those stadiums where the track is like around the thing, so they're a million miles away. But there's a lot of Jamaica fans there, and you love to see it.
A competitive match brings out the. Any scrapes on it? Any scrapes on the bottle?
Yeah, there's a scrape. He dropped it on the way to handing it to me in the parking lot.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
It's all right, JC. Yeah, it's too bad that Jamaica's without Antonio. At least they got
And
Bailey back.
But no Bobby De Cordova-Reed.
No Bobby De Cordova-Reed.
I mean, I don't actually know where he plays anymore and if he's good, but I know he's a name.
I mean, he's played in the Premier League in the last
No,
few
I know.
years.
That's what.
No, but yeah, he is a name. He's a seriously talented player. Casey Palmer, if people don't know, Casey Palmer is a very, very talented kind of second striker type of profile. Playing a little deeper tonight, it appears, but he played at Coventry with Victor Gyökeres. He played with Haji Wright. He's a very, very good at kind of setting up goal-scoring opportunities. He doesn't score a whole ton of goals, but he's a very talented player. So it'll be, when him and Bailey and Demarai Gray get out on the break, it's definitely going to be interesting stopping them. And then Nicholson, who's playing striker for them, has had some success in his career in Europe. In Charleroi in Belgium, he's played pretty well. He's been in Spartak Moscow for the last few years, hasn't done much there. But another player who has had success in Europe. So this Jamaica team is this is no laughing matter.
No, and in case anyone was curious like me, Bobby De Cordova-Reed has made 6 appearances for Leicester this year and has registered 0 goal involvements. Hence why he's not. Is he in the squad? I didn't even see.
I don't know if he's in the squad. I didn't really look at the squad for Jamaica. I don't know a single player on their bench. Oh, Isaac Hayden's on the bench.
Really?
Hale Ender.
Yeah. Isaac Hayden, like Newcastle Isaac Hayden?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. If this match is 0-0 at half, what do we change, if anything? I think we are going to have the first same answer.
Tillman, immediately, I think you probably take off either, depending on what the game looks like, you either take off McKennie or you take off Curtis or Tessman and get Tillman involved.
Right. And then what are other... I saw Zendejas.
Vasquez, of course, is an option. I mean, it's unfortunate not to have Weah in this match.
Right.
I think defensively you're going to see... My prediction is you'll see Chris Richards for about 20 to 30 minutes at some point in this match, just to get him up to match fitness, unless the game is super intense and we're behind, in which case that you may not see him.
I mean, there's really very limited attacking options.
Cade
Expect
Cowell.
Pepe and Pulisic to play all 90, is what I would say.
For sure. I mean, I think the idea is you go out, win this game by a bunch, and hopefully you're able to experiment and give some guys a little more rest on the other side.
Did that say Baltimore?
I have no idea. 8 o'clock. Are we going to get an 8 o'clock kickoff for an 8 o'clock match? That would be shocking.
Even the USA fucks up the... Well, I guess it's not in the U.S., but CONCACAF fucks up the most simple things.
It's a CONCACAF thing for sure. Is there
Right,
is
here
it
we go.
absolute
First competitive match
first
under
competitive
Poch.
match under Botch? Is it absolute pandemonium if we lose this match? Are you baffled? Are you worried? Are you upset? Are you confused?
I am, obviously depending on how it looks, but with zero context, if we lose this match, I will be... Honestly, this being our second camp under Poch, and like the losing we've been doing as a squad, regardless of the coach, either with Berhalter, the caretaker manager, I forget his even name, and Poch, I would be actually concerned. And I know that may be early to be... I wouldn't be ringing alarm bells, but I wouldn't be sleeping tight tonight.
No, for sure. I mean, you go out in 2 matches here to Jamaica. Number one, you're not getting many more competitive matches under Poch before the World Cup.
Correct.
That's a key thing that people aren't talking about. Is like, you want to go play semifinals, you want to go play a final. This is the opportunity to play competitive matches before the World Cup. Otherwise, you're looking at friendlies and you're looking at Nations League group stages games next year that nobody really cares about.
I think it's very comparable to Germany. It's about how you go about it.
Here we go.
Like it felt like Nagelsmann was their manager, right?
Yeah.
It felt like similar to Nagelsmann, Poch is a high-level manager, and if you do it correctly, like that was one of our biggest talking points before the Euros is like they didn't play a competitive match. Right. How are they going to fare? So I think it's just how we go about it, and having Poch as the manager feels like the right way to go about it. And the last thing is, as much as we hated Berhalter and our ceiling was very capped, one thing we did do over the past, 4 years, I would say, he kind of, for the most part, took care of the CONCACAF. We were winning most of our CONCACAF matches.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but it was just ugly. We were winning ugly. You only get to see the team, and I think this was a thing we talked about for the last year a lot, is you get to see the team play a couple times a month at most.
Right.
And just watching shit football is not really that fun.
Right.
And that is the opposite of helping to grow the game in this country. You want to put on, if you're a young kid watching the USA and this game is boring 20 minutes in, what's keeping you to watch this? No one really cares if we win the Nations League.
Right, exactly. Are there, in the UEFA Nations League, aren't there not backdoor, but incentives tied, not huge incentives, but there is something with real implications in the UEFA Nations League?
The Nations League in Europe has an A, B, C tier. And
but I think even more to the maybe World Cup or Euros, it has.
I think it depends on the pots
that
Tessman, terrible giveaway.
Hold on, Reem. Does this lighting look really weird?
It's just making it really hard to see the ball.
Right? Okay.
And the camera is... Oh, Anthony. Got it back. This pitch is so slow and bumpy. Nice
turn.
Play him. Okay.
Oh. Balogun plays that. Sorry, I won't do that all match.
I missed Balogun.
Yeah, so it's exactly a 3-back. Scally moves centrally. Musa comes out to the right side, it seems like. Yep, Johnny dropping a little deep.
Yeah, Pulisic's basically taking up the number 10 position, and then McKennie and Musa will basically be in the right half spaces in the right wing.
So if anyone thought we don't know what we're talking about, we do, okay? We do.
I'm really excited mostly. I mean, if you are watching this match and you watch a lot of U.S., I think you really keep an eye on the Cardoso and Tessman partnership, because this is potentially a really exciting partnership that we'll have for the next 2 World Cups in midfield. It's going to be a completely different type of midfield than we've ever really seen with the U.S. It's very exciting to me. I think it could really be game-changing in terms of the way that we play and control matches and also are able to create. Cardoso has just been in such incredible form for Betis.
Tessman, I mean, we're 3 minutes in and he's only had 4 touches, but
they
look loose. They look loose. He's
just different gravy, man. I'm sorry. I think he's just really, really classy. All right, I'm good with this. Control the ball, move it around.
The way they had the camera fully zoomed in on Reem, but I liked the way Pulisic dropped really deep to pick that up. A lot of space to turn when they were marking the midfielders further behind him.
So basically, McKenzie's playing a center back role.
I want to see McKenzie spray one with his left, just to confirm what we.
This is where we're gonna have trouble. Is Reem trying to cover Bailey in wide 1v1s?
Jedi's gonna have to get back and cover.
That's gonna be really deadly. I mean, this pitch is so slow,
so bad, it's insane,
bumpy and.
This
slow.
is also why I lean unders when we play away matches in CONCACAF.
I mean, this pitch is really horrendous.
It's bumpy and
look how messed up it already is. Is this where they're playing on Monday too? It must be, right? What? Aren't both matches in Jamaica?
No.
Oh. I thought I read that they were both in Jamaica.
That would be the most insane thing ever.
Where are we playing? Hopefully somewhere not far. These guys already have to travel so much. Nice Pulisic. Pepe. Goal. Oh, yes! What a finish.
Let's go. He scuffed the shit out of that.
Are you kidding?
He scuffed the shit out of that.
He didn't scuff that at all. Pepe. That's my boy.
He scuffed it.
He didn't scuff it.
I'm trying not to be a hater.
Enjoy the goal.
He scuffed
5 minutes in.
No, you called it.
To Pepe.
The match is in St. Louis.
Is he onside?
Yes.
Well onside. He didn't scuff that at all.
What? The ball takes a look. That's a scuff.
He's trying to finish it there.
No, sure. Yeah, hit it clean. Whatever. It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Great start.
Great start. What a goal.
But I'm a big process over results guy. Those scuffed things, I'd rather you hit it clean and hit the goalie in the foot. No. That's an insane statement.
That is so dumb. Also, I don't know if you saw his interview. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think he's just got a good head on his shoulders. 21 years old. waiting. He basically said, I've been waiting my turn patiently. Now it has come. I'm going to take it, both for club and country, because De Jong is hurt.
Oh, is he? I didn't see that.
And obviously Balogun is hurt. So this is really his chance to shine. I mean, he scores 3 goals over 2 matches here. He's putting a stake to this to be his number 9 position. I'm not saying it will be. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's putting his name in.
Sure.
And it means the end of Josh Sargent as we know it, which is great. Most exciting.
I've also seen that he is getting looks for potentially January move.
I think that's highly unlikely, but yeah.
But
January moves
regardless,
are so
I
rare
think he's unless he's, I'd imagine, guaranteed that starting spot, or he has bigger aspirations than PSV. Apparently, a lot of people are interested in him.
I'm sure they are. I mean, he's physically incredible.
Yeah.
And he continues to score goals. I don't think he's got the purest ball striking, and he misses chances, but teams like guys who get into position.
I love the analysis on a striker. He doesn't hit the ball cleanly or score, but he's great.
Well, yeah. There's a lot more to scoring for goal, especially if you're Fulham or Crystal Palace. Like, it's part of it is just being able to be a guy who can be a lone striker, who can hold up play, who can gain possession, who can do all the things he does. Great play there, too. Anthony, play it to him, please. He's on. Oh, my God.
Cut it back.
Score?
Cut it back.
I mean, you got to score or pass there. You can't not score.
You have to cut that back.
I mean, this pitch is just horrendous.
Oh, cut that back.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, fuck. Our Weston Ertz thing is
dead. We may just need a new one. Next goal scorer, Zach Ertz.
Yeah. Next goal scorer, Zach Ertz. I love it. He is finding so much space there. This Jamaica team looks like
They're not set up well, yeah. The midfield is very easy to play through. I mean, that's what I was surprised that KC Palmer was playing that deep. Kind of playing like one midfielder on their own. I guess
Put it back. Pulisic and Pepe are unmarked. Oh, okay. Everyone hit the like button. We got 8 of you watching and only 1 like on the stream. I don't like that conversion rate. I need at least 4 likes on the stream. Pepe scored. Throw a like. 11 people watching. Everyone hit the like button. All right, if you're just joining us, we're 8 minutes in. Pepe scored a good goal off of a Pulisic assist. We are dominating the match so far. Jamaica looks completely wide open. No semblance of an idea of a midfield. We're playing through with ease. And apologies for the things changing. There we go. Oh, apologies for the things changing on your screen. We're just getting that live, but should be fixed within the next few seconds. Yes. And if anyone is curious as to why Timothy Weah is not in the starting lineup or the squad, is because he is serving his final match of his suspension from the red card in Copa America.
Our hero, Tim Weah, that is. Our absolute hero, Tim Weah, who has brought us Mauricio Pochettino. So he should get a standing ovation in St. Louis on Monday, which will be very exciting.
Yeah, he should be in the lineup, and well done.
Pulisic, one time.
Ooh, good connection.
Ball bounced on him so high.
Good connection.
I mean, this pitch is atrocious.
Yeah, that's what my USA soccer chat just said. This is the worst pitch I've ever seen.
What a pass by Weston with his outside of his right foot. I mean, it is nice to see Weston.
There's a reason he's getting consistent minutes at Juve.
It's also nice to see him playing a little further up the pitch. I feel like we just weren't getting the best out of him in the last year for the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. has done well to limit the ability for Gray and Bailey to get onto the ball in areas that they can be dangerous so far. I mean, that's been the key. Obviously, we look good in possession, but those are 2 guys who all they need is a little bit of space, and they'll make you pay.
Yeah, I think it's playing out early how we expect it to. I just want to
get 2-0.
Continue
get up
to
2-0.
Control the match.
Correct.
Just like dominate from minute 1 to minute 90. That can be done, and it should be done. Based off of how... Is that Holgate?
Yeah, I think it is.
They literally just have
a bunch
all
of
the English rejects.
Yeah. Amari Hutchinson has featured for them in a couple of friendlies.
Should I know who Amari Hutchinson is?
Considering he danced all over Tottenham on the weekend, yeah.
Oh, got it. Luckily, I didn't have the opportunity to watch that match as I was at the Commanders game.
Pepe, good pressing.
Well, Don Ricardo.
Oh, good tackle.
Get the...
He's always saying, Musa, come help me.
If the ball is bounced, that's the number one rule of a press. If the ball is bouncing and they're going backwards, that's when number one of when you decide to go.
100%. These fullbacks for Jamaica are not great. I'm going to be honest.
Wait, I thought you said they're...
One of them was good for Wolves Academy, but I'm not sure where he plays now, and he doesn't look good at all. You know, how you look in an under-21s match does not always translate.
Fair.
I would like to see a little bit more intensity in the press when the ball's bouncing like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a little bit shocking.
We scored and we're like, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Like we shouldn't be. I mean, obviously they're going to have possession of the ball, but you'd like to see us be more dominant against teams like this who are not that sure in possession, who make bad passes like that,
Maybe
not
it's
even under
just
pressure.
Like, don't open yourself up.
Come on, Scally. That is just the worst thing you could.
Oh.
Turner. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Oh my God.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? They just absolutely destroy. I don't even care about the giveaway was bad, but there's no world in which Ream and McKenzie can get absolutely turned around by Nicholson 3 different ways. That's unacceptable. There's 2 defenders here. That's a penalty. That's 100%
Did he get
a penalty. It's 100% a penalty.
That's just a weak tackle by McKenzie.
And Ream literally that's a penalty. Doesn't even matter. It's a penalty. He missed the ball. Yeah. It's a penalty. He was going to ground.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't matter. It's a penalty.
I
mean, what is Matt Turner waiting for there either?
I mean, I don't know if that's a Matt Turner.
No, it's not his fault.
It was a tough deflection off of the weak McKenzie tackle.
Yeah, I mean, and Ream literally spun 360 degrees.
All right, just don't look at the stream because it's 13 minutes up there and 12:40 here.
Gotcha. How far behind are we? Because that's also like on a 30-second delay. That's crazy.
Say extremely based off of that info.
Well, don't look.
I'm not. Who's taking it? Hutchinson? All right, here goes
you mean Gray? Oh, you were saying Nicholson?
Nicholson. Here goes our
bet?
Our bet.
Come on, Matt Turner. This is your chance, baby. I feel like he's a decent penalty saver. Where is he going? Lower left?
Yeah.
Like to the keeper's right?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Yamarai Gray can hit the ball, too. Let's see if he just goes power.
Oh! Nice! And we called it. Everyone knew.
Call it.
Let's go.
Come on, Matt Turner. Come on. Wow, the bet stays alive.
That should wake this team up, and it's like, all right.
By the way,
we got away with it. Let's
turn it up. That's the worst bit of action for Mark McKenzie in about 2 years to the USMNT national team. He's looked very good.
Well, he hasn't played that
much. He was really bad in the Nations League like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really bad.
That's probably why I didn't play. All right, we are live in the football game and the football game.
Yep.
What a night of footy.
American sports and in Philadelphia, nonetheless. Very important place in U.S. history, obviously.
Come here, you get bets, you get commentary, and a history lesson.
And you get top-tier Eagles haters.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
That was a good whip. All right, if anyone uses FanDuel and has the live boost.
On a live TV score?
I will be taking A.J. Brown, 100 yards, and a touchdown. If anyone would like to join me.
Okay. Say less. And what soccer leg are we throwing into that?
None. Ream is not having the greatest go of it, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what the risk you run here with Tim Ream is he can't really move. He's still good on the ball, but he just can't really move.
Wow, what a save.
It's a great save. I mean, I can't even get A.J. Brown 100-plus yards, so it's not even showing up. Jahan Dotson against his former team.
Oh, wow, I forgot about the revenge arc.
I took him over 6.5 yards, and it just hit on the first play of the game.
See, where else do you get this sharp level
that's
stuff?
Just sharp. Just tail me.
I mean, he didn't share it with anyone, so none of us could
That was handball, no? Oh, Jesus.
We're just playing on. Okay. Make sure you're marking him, Joe. Good.
What?
Good. I have no clue what the idea was there.
All right, Tessman, way to cover. All right, let's get back into feeding the ball through the midfield. They were finding Pulisic in some really nice pockets. Let's get back to that for a little bit. Why don't we?
I would love that. Who's down? Is that Nicholson?
I didn't see.
The Reggae boys look lit.
What happened? I mean, it's got to be. Look at the way the ball is just bouncing.
The ball. That is such a joke. Oh, it hit off his plant foot. That's a great save.
I mean, it's a good save. He hit it hard. It is at a good height.
It's the correct
for him.
level. Yeah, correct height, but it's hit with a lot of power.
I mean, it's not the world's best penalty, but.
No, certainly not.
We'll take any saves we can get. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, that to a struggling goalkeeper, a save like that could provide
also,
a lot
like,
of
obviously it
confidence.
wasn't Turner's fault that the penalty happened, but he was the person who took down the player. So it always feels good.
Yep. I like it. Paraguay going to upset Argentina.
Really? What's the score?
2-1 Paraguay. I think Argentina's comfortably at the top of qualifying there, but probably a big result for
Paraguay. I bet it is, yeah.
Shout out Miggy Almiron. Ooh, Landon Dickerson.
I thought it was Jurgens who went down. It was Dickerson?
They scored 1 goal and took all the pressure off. Is GB managing?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what we said even coming into the game is, like, even if we score early, like, let's keep playing the way we were playing. It's funny because I don't think it's just like it's obviously not just a U.S. thing, and I don't even think it's just an international thing. I mean, we see it a lot in the Premier League as well. It's like there's something to the mentality that the coach needs to instill that's like 1 goal is the same thing as losing a goal. Like, you need to go out and continue to play the way you've been playing. It's the drop.
It's like, hey, we were playing this way and just took the lead. So how about we do everything opposite? No, I agree.
Players don't want to take a risk anymore, and they think playing with the ball is a risk. And you need to get to the point where playing with the ball is the opposite. That's what, I mean, obviously Pep, we're not comparing anyone to Pep, but that's the genius of Pep. It's like, to him, the least risky thing you can do is try and play the ball from man to man to man to man, because if you have the ball, you can't be scored against.
Yep.
So that is kind of that is what needs to be instilled into these players when they're playing Jamaica. Obviously, if we're playing Argentina, that isn't the same thing. But you saw the first 7-8 minutes. It was just dominant. Pulisic was receiving the ball in so much space in little pockets. Between the lines passes by Cardoso and Tessman. We were getting Antony into space on the wing. McKennie was in some really nice pockets. And then all of a sudden, one bad pass from Joe Scally, and nobody wants to, like, we're just doing this. It's just, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, to answer, like, to be fair, we did blame Berhalter for that type of stuff, but in reality, that is something that the coach instills, but that is completely on the players of how they want to react and play once a goal is scored. It just needs to be a better mentality from the players on the field.
For sure.
And yes, it's unfair that we blamed Berhalter when he was in charge, and now we're blaming the players when Poch is in charge. But
well, I mean, this is Poch's third match, his first competitive match.
Exactly.
First time even really with the full squad. I mean, we saw the squad he had last time.
That Mexico team was atrocious.
Right. So.
This is the last thing you wanted to see, Johnny.
Poor Johnny. Left hamstring. You like the doctor going to his right hamstring first by accident?
AJB.
Really don't want to see Johnny hurt. That would be a huge bummer. Yeah. If Johnny's hurt, you put Busio on? Or Aiden Morris?
I'd like to see us go. I mean, he's not going to completely change the tactics 20 minutes in, but I'd like to see an attacker go on.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know. AJB.
My Goddard first touchdown. That's looking nice.
Jack has $500 on him first touchdown.
I think you got him at plus 20 to 1. Is that what he has him?
No, you got. I don't know.
Did you get 20 to 1? I don't know.
Maybe that's what you were saying. Like, that is crazy odds.
That seemed that correct.
Well,
that's usually how I bet on it. I don't look at any stats other than I just look at the number. I'm like, okay, this is our second or third passing option at 20 to 1. That feels like a good bet.
You have Saquon and Hurts,
it's a face mask,
and AJ Brown. It just feels like you're playing.
Well, the Hurts.
Let's go.
Really?
What I say, an attacker, and we got Tillman.
All right. I mean,
I love
first of
it.
all, you hope that's not a bad hamstring injury for Johnny, because then you're looking at a long time out for a midfielder with a hamstring
Who
injury.
was just getting going
At Betis,
club,
I
yeah.
mean, they were pushing the Tottenham rumors like crazy this week in the media.
But obviously not excited about the injury, but this is the guy we all want to see.
So,
And I'm excited. He looks like he's playing extremely deep. I assume that is going to change.
I assume McKennie's going to drop into that midfield role next to Tessman. It also is a huge.
That's so well done.
It also is a huge test for Tessman now, without a player who's more defensively responsive. No way. Is that Dotson? No. Oh my God. He lost 2 yards. He would have lost my bet. That would have been
Pooley,
brutal.
Weston, or Musa back and put Tillman. Yeah.
I don't know if you said that before the sub happened or after, but correct.
No, yeah. I mean, Weston needs to drop into the double pivot. He has played in that role in his career
Yeah,
many different
100 times,
times. At Leeds, at
I mean, I feel like
Schalke.
But
But that's not the plan.
I feel like it's clearly not.
Oh, I
feel
wonder
like
if
Adams
is
and
Musa going to drop?
Yeah,
in?
that's definitely what it is.
Nope.
No, Tillman is
Tillman is the
lone
deepest
six.
midfielder right now. Okay.
What is going on?
Maybe it's one of those.
What
Where's Matt Turner? What are we doing?
What is he doing? And why is Tillman playing the 6?
This is a crazy little thing going on here. You have two guys who comfortably would slot into that pivot.
Right?
Comfortably.
Wasn't it an Adams Weston pivot for ever?
A long time. Yeah, with Reyna in front of him or
Yeah.
Pulisic in the 10. Yeah. The Eagles' drive is stalling. For those not watching Thursday Night Football, they have 3rd and 22.
All right. In all seriousness, Tillman is literally playing center back. What in the fuck is going on?
Maybe that's not Tillman. Maybe that's somebody else.
The one wearing 17 who's light skinned and the exact build.
Come on, a little more intensity in the press. Let's go. I'd like to see Pochettino yelling at them a little bit more.
I hope he is.
I'd like to see him a little bit more agitated on the touchline. Like, let's instill something into these guys. Gainwell up the middle. He's got scampering. 10 for Gainwell. For those who own Jake Elliott, 42-yard field goal try coming. You have time. Wow, nice ball. I love
really
Tessman.
well done.
He's just a little bit different than everyone else. He's just a little bit different. Tillman really is playing as the deepest midfielder, though. I'm not really too sure. I mean, I've seen him play as an 8, but probably not in a double pivot like this. You got time? Okay. I like it, though. Like, take risks. This is the time to take risks.
Sure.
I don't.
It's a little tough on this pitch, but yes.
I mean, he missed it.
For those on Commanders,
Fuck the
+4.
Eagles. Fuck the Eagles, baby. Yeah, I mean, I look. I just don't really know. It's a little bit shocking. It's also shocking because Pochettino has identified Tillman as someone who plays similarly to Dele Alli.
Right.
So it's not like he doesn't understand the profile of the player.
And Dele dropped deep every once in a blue moon when he felt like he wasn't touching the ball enough, but he was not playing there.
Very well done by Anthony and Tessman. I've really liked what Tessman's done defensively tonight. I'm very impressed.
He was Clemson, Tessman?
Yeah, Clemson football.
Really? He played kicker?
I think he was recruited to play football and soccer. I believe his uncle is maybe an assistant coach at Clemson.
Very
Football?
interesting. That is brilliant by Matt Turner.
Really good.
I mean, where is Jamaica? But
Now.
that's brilliant.
Really wish Tillman was receiving the ball there, but now Tillman's getting into a little bit more attacking area.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I hate this uniform combo.
The blue and red versus the yellow and green. It's a lot of color.
No. Our
Oh,
our
yeah, it's terrible. Our uniforms have been awful for a while. It goes through the back a little bit, but, I mean, this pitch just makes for a boring game. It's very slow.
so
The ball doesn't move. It's very frustrating. Like, our country has so much money. We can't play somewhere better. I know we're not
What does that
home.
have to do with our country?
But it's just like, this is crazy. Like, this is nuts. Like, look at what they're playing on. I'd rather than play on turf.
I feel you. It's just unfortunately when you play in the CONCACAF, there's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, he just got two hands shoved in the back, but that's, I guess, not important.
insane. Where is
now we
Joseph?
got McKenzie covering in a wide 1v1. He gets torched to the line. And that goes in. Kaboom.
Mason Holgate.
For those watching, like, how
is-
far off of your stream are we? Just
I'm
out
sorry,
of curiosity in
Mason
terms of our
Holgate-
reactions.
Is that Mason Holgate?
Mm-hmm. I'm 100% sure that's Mason Holgate.
Right? His name looked. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are dual nationals. Just like the U.S. gets dual nationals. Michael Antonio, dual national.
Yeah. No, of course. Andre Blake still in goal?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Musa.
He's got to give it up at some point.
All right, now Timmons a little further forward. Oh, that little PSV connection. Trying to just slide one in there.
Kenny just will forever just look fat, and it pisses me off.
Well, this jersey does not put anybody
No, it
into
does not.
in a kind light, but
No.
yeah, he does look a little thick out there for sure. A little thicker than you want.
Well done, Jedi.
Anthony got a nice little cut, huh? Nice little haircut.
I think they can do anything about repairing
gets
some of the
pushed in the
divots at half.
I mean, it literally looks like a fairway out
Is
there.
he ever going to fix that wrist, or he's going to wear a brace forever?
I don't know how bad the wrist really is because he's been wearing it for like over a year, I feel
He's
like.
been wearing it for years.
And he just landed on it like he's fine. It's like that thing that Suarez always wore the wristband.
Maybe it's his fucking, like, the equivalent of a guardian cap. Like, his wrist is just really fucked up. That is just permanent protection.
cap.
We're about a minute behind.
How many years are we?
That's insane. We're a full minute behind.
It's this fucking TV system. It's
Why is it?
terrible.
Why is it always so far behind?
It's the smart
is
smart
not
TVs
good.
are just like we got to get.
No, I know we're not on cable, but I still feel like when you use apps, it's a little quicker. But anyways,
No, but the like specifically if you do an app on a smart TV, it's like another 30 seconds behind if you're on like an Apple TV or a Fire Stick or something like that. Smart TVs are. It's like the delay of the remote adds to it, literally.
yeah. No, I feel like this one in particular is awful. Oy.
Not much going on in the football game, just as little as going on in this
Right.
game, in case you were wondering. Oh, no.
No, we're fine. That's a foul.
I mean, McKenzie hasn't looked his best. I think he's more comfortable in the left center back role, to be honest, at least with the U.S. setup. Wow.
Well, in theory, that's a good thing
Yeah, in theory.
because we have a right center back for life. Knock on wood.
And Nicholson's down again.
Yeah. I mean,
This grass must be exhausting to run on. You're getting your
this
feet
past
stuck in it.
20 minutes has been brutal.
Yeah, since the goal. An early goal often does kill a game
Yeah,
like
that's
this. It
true.
really
That
does.
is true. Especially in a two-leg where it's like if we go home with a 1-0, job is done correctly.
Correct. I mean, Pulisic scores early. I said early goal in the first, early goal in the second.
We should just send a crew down a week before these games to fix the fields.
That's what I'm saying about us having tons of money.
I think it's more of a like feel. You hear about this in the Super Bowl in the United States. They put the field down a week before and it's shit. Like I think it takes more than a week to get fields where you want them to be. Unfortunately, it's not a quick fix.
It's just like this.
We're also in 2024. Someone make a technology similar to turf that is grass. How difficult could that be?
They have it. Like the Emirates
what
was
they
one of
used
the
at
first
Tottenham?
places. Was
Like when they put the field over?
the Emirates was one of the first places to kind of have it.
Of course,
It's like
it comes back to the Emirates.
no, it really was. And then that guy got hired by I think Manchester United, the guy who
He's the
invented it
goat.
at the Emirates.
He's
He's
the
like
goat
the goat of
agriculture.
grass.
I love it.
He's the goat of soccer grass. It's like 97% grass. And then like there's a certain amount of turf percentage in it that's like in the rooting of it that makes it not die in
What
the
do you
freezing
think the
temperatures.
salary of the goat of
grass
grass
gets?
gets you?
$450 a year.
Holy fuck!
The
It's getting
goat,
to
the goat of grass. The maintaining it, running a grounds crew. We're talking about training pitches. We're talking
Sure.
about.
U17 pitches, the whole thing. I'm with you.
I mean, these clubs will do anything to win. They'll spend any amount of money it costs.
Yeah, we've seen that. Chelsea's winning though. Kind of. It's all right.
Here's my. I mean, not that this is about Chelsea, what we're doing here, but like, is it even a success? 3 years of spending $1 billion a year, and they may make top four. It's making
Yes,
top four a
it
success.
is. They are back to winning, and he didn't give a fuck how much it costs. So Yeah. It's
So
a
if
success.
they win the Conference League and make Champions League, that's a really successful season for them.
Without a doubt.
I find that bar to be different than if Arsenal spent that kind of money. There's no way that would be the bar if we spent that kind of money. I'm just sorry. That wouldn't be the
Arsenal
bar.
has spent a good amount of money.
We've spent an eighth of that, and they've done it in 2 years. Oh, that's a foul. Come on, ref.
They also were
Tillman?
dealing with...
Tillman the 6? Just
They're
carry.
also dealing with fucking new... I know this is literally what we're talking about. It's like new ownership, the whole Russia-Ukraine... Like, they went through some shit.
Poor them. They had Abramovich who was fucking taking money from Russian oligarchs and putting it into the club.
Okay.
I don't think you can shoot from outside the box in this pitch. The ball just bounces too much.
I'd like it to be a little closer than that was, if I'm being honest.
I mean, you saw Bailey do the same thing happen to him.
True.
I mean, Poch doesn't look the most thrilled.
I kind of respect his guys come with him everywhere he goes.
Yeah, it's a big thing, man.
Like, I've seen those two fuckers on either side of him every single time.
Tottenham,
PSG, yeah.
Chelsea. I mean, since Pepe's goal, he has been a ghost. They have not gotten him involved at all.
Schwanda actually thinks, I mean, the U.S. does have unlimited money, but he said, buy a stadium in each CONCACAF country and just maintain the pitch ourselves year-round. That's the dumbest thing I've ever
Just
heard.
do it in Jamaica, Mexico.
No, Mexico, we don't need it.
Are those pitches good? I don't find those pitches to be good.
They have a real league going that they have to maintain a pitch anyways.
I guess. I don't find
We're
those
not
pitches to be
building
great.
stadiums in CONCACAF. Like,
Not building.
no, but if you say only a couple...
Also, these countries would never let us own
Obviously.
the stadium that they hosted in.
Yeah, and you say only a couple, and then the reason we didn't make the World Cup is because we went to Trinidad and Tobago and could, and then it's like, oh, well, why don't we have one in every... Like,
I mean, this is just not a good product. Like, look at the pitch. Look at the way the ball is rolling and bouncing.
the fact that Will is yawning...
Yeah,
Like, that couldn't have worked out better. Him explaining how this is not a good product and yawning in the process. Like, we should be deep on our couch under a blanket if this is the product they're going to give us.
it's just so bad for the sport. It's so
It
frustrating.
honestly
as a
makes
fan.
me appreciate how exciting Copa was.
It was awesome.
It was amazing. And the World Cup's going to be just as good.
It really is.
Well, not if we suck.
He's got Goddard. Oh, I'm playing against
close.
Goddard.
Close to a touchdown.
Oh, Goddard.
That's a good hedge, though.
Yeah, that's why
Until he
I
scores
forgot
the
that was
second
another reason
touchdown.
I took it. Also, like any guy might take a guy first TD, he usually just scores the second.
See, that's a little effort from Pulisic, at least. Can anyone get stuck in and, like, get a little shoving fight at least going? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, we just don't have any beef with Jamaica. We have beef with like every other CONCACAF nation.
AJ Brown? Motherfucker, this
It's
game
a
is
hard. By the way,
should have just skipped sports
yeah,
tonight.
Thursday night football is the only thing on TV worse than this U.S. Jamaica match.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, really.
And I'm sure Al Michaels is making it extremely entertaining, too, in the process.
Touchdown, Chase. I mean, he's
Matt,
offside.
what? Ooh, just grab it.
He was offside.
Okay. My feeling stays the same.
Yeah.
Why did he not grab that?
Coverage prediction, man.
That is so interesting. I've never seen that before.
You haven't seen that on Prime before when they do this? He's got Smitty, or not?
Oh, shit. Frankie Louvu.
You like he?
Who is that?
That's their coach.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, it's Pearson. Steve Pearson. Is that his name?
No.
No.
No. When you say it, I'll recognize
Steve
it.
McLaren. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, he's coached in the Premier League, big time.
Yeah. Certainly.
I'm talking about it right now on the broadcast. We're ahead of the game here, fellas. We are ahead of the game. Who's doing the broadcast?
All
Anyway?
right, next. How much do these broadcasters get paid at TNT Sports?
Can't be much.
And they could pay us
There's anything more than we
a
make on
tenth of
YouTube.
that
Anything
to
more
give
than the
better
40.
coverage.
Yeah, no. We can't string a fucking pass together. I mean, this is ridiculous.
This is atrocious.
I want to blame the pitch partially, but at the same time, like, we were able to string passes together to start the match.
It's a good track back by Weston there.
Nobody's taking responsibility. It's the same thing over and over again with this team.
We haven't created a semblance of a chance since the goal.
And we had created like 3 good chances leading up to the goal in the first 4.5 minutes.
Created a chance in 25, 30 minutes.
And like, you think he's going to come out in the second half with Tillman this deep again, or?
Yeah, this is insane.
Why is Tessman making these runs up into the channel like that?
Honestly, this is a shit show.
We're getting outpossessed.
This is just a pure and utter shit show is what's going on.
That's a yellow card for asking for a yellow card. They couldn't have made that clearer in the rules this year.
You know we don't follow the same rule book in CONCACAF.
We don't follow any rule book. There's different rules every match.
Everyone just looks so lazy.
So slow. I mean, again, it is partially the pitch. It sets the tone, but you have to be stronger mentally than that. It's
just body language. It looks boring.
And that's how we lose these matches, by the way, because they lull themselves to sleep in these games, and then somebody makes a little mistake, and it's 1-1.
This is also selfish by them. It's affecting our stream numbers. Dude, I wouldn't want to watch this either.
No.
We're back up to 7. We're so back. He's kind of causing problems, Nicholson.
No, his movement's been good. He's been finding spaces between Scally and McKenzie before between.
Oh
dude.
My God! And Pulisic is stomping on people. What is going on? All right,
this is what we need: a Pulisic red card here. All right, Mason Holgate, like, you stuck. All right, relax. Is he not wearing the captain's armband?
Who?
Pulisic, I don't see it. Who's wearing the captain's armband? Any idea? Reem?
Who's wearing the captain's armband?
Is Reem wearing the captain's armband?
I'll let you know.
Because Pulisic's not.
Does it say it on here? Does it even say it on here?
Why is the Peacock stream so shitty? Is that what that says?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Peacock stream's in Spanish, so I guess you don't care that it's in Spanish because you're listening to us, but that's the only reason I could tell you potentially why it's so shitty is maybe they just have lower production quality on, like, the Telemundo streams.
How do I even...
I don't really...
Twitter, maybe?
Know the answer to that. Austin Eckler, he's gone. He's loose. He's up the sideline. Carrying defenders. Inside the 25. What a play. That's the most exciting thing all night.
Oh. Chill. Everyone chill.
I mean, if Zach Ertz scores first TD, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, that would suck.
There's no captain?
There's actually no captain. I'm being serious. There's no captain.
Reem is the captain.
How did you find that
Flash
so
score
quickly?
always tells you.
The U.S. official soccer account didn't even list a captain when they put out there. Why is the pitch so shitty? That's a better question. Because it always is in these other countries. I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, it's not disrespectful. It's disrespectful to us that we have to watch on this horrific pitch. Play Pulisic in. Nice. Good ball, Tessman.
Oh, well done. Let's get up.
McKennie could not have broke any later onto that ball.
Can Pulisic get up? This is well done. Just play it out to Musa.
I mean, that's just so bad, man. I mean, Tillman just getting dragged by Casey Palmer. Score? Don't tell me he's down on the one.
Motherfucker. I have him anytime first quarter touchdown score.
You are such a degenerate.
Yeah, it's bad.
I just have him in a fantasy league.
He's really short. Please don't give this to Eckler.
No.
I will cry.
It's going to be Jaden Daniels. That's what you need to be worried about.
No. Just no.
It was always Zach Ertz.
Just no.
It was always Zach Ertz. I'm sorry. It was always Zach Ertz.
Oh, push him in. Let's go.
Him. Huge. Big for the program.
Yudge.
All right, so first TD, first score, Tarlay was not a winner.
Never.
I'm probably playing against him in my most important league, I bet. No, I'm not. Oh, my God, I'm playing against Terry McLaurin. I didn't even know that, and he's got nothing.
All right, boys. We are live for 50 for 39 grand.
What's the bet?
I have an anytime first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter touchdown scores.
Who's your second quarter?
AJ Brown.
Who's your third quarter?
Jalen Hurts.
And who's your fourth?
Jaden Daniels.
That may be the bet of the century.
like
I'd like to
that?
buy into that bet.
You want it in?
What did you put on it? 100 to win 40 grand?
50 to win 37.
Wow.
All right, Moose.
Yeah, nobody gamble
make
on
a
the run.
Singular run.
Definitely don't try and make a run into the box against Jamaica when you have a fucking possession. Look at the other half. Look how stretched we are. That's not how you line up. You don't have your center backs alone inside their own half. 5 midfielders scattered 20 yards ahead of them, and then 3 more scattered 30 yards ahead of them. This is not any sort of fluent playing.
I honestly, I really, really, I love the U.S. men's national team so much, and the fact that we play in CONCACAF, like, really sucks. It really does suck.
I don't care that we're playing in CONCACAF. This is on Poch. Like, he does not have them
No,
organized
I understand,
in any
but
way.
just, like, playing Jamaica on this, just everything that comes with playing in CONCACAF just presents such an unserious
It is
proposition.
unserious.
It really just is. Is there a timetable for Dest to return? That's actually a fantastic
Yes, they
question.
believe Dest will return to some sort of training in January.
Okay.
And then they just have to evaluate him from there. I would say the chances of him at the March international break, not very high. But, ACLs these days are a little different than they used to be. He tore his ACL in May? Does that sound right?
Maybe before?
Maybe late April.
Yeah.
So January is 8 months at best. So March is 10. I don't think you'll see him in the international break, even if he has returned to full training for PSV.
Honestly, if you are a fan of Dest, you want him to stay at PSV, getting the same consistent rehab and integration back into, like, him coming to the U.S. off the ACL, like, doesn't really, like, we just want him fit.
For sure. And by the way, PSV they didn't go out and replace him this summer and go get him a right back. Dest is their long-term plan at right back. So
Isn't it
Richie Ledesma is who they've been using, but he's not a right back. They are just using him there.
Yeah.
So he is the long-term plan at PSV. So I imagine they'll also be super careful with him in the next year or so. But this is probably the last year of at least one of Pepe or Tillman at PSV. So that's another thing to keep in mind.
Tillman's going to be a big player.
Bayern have, not this summer, but the next summer, have a 45 million euro buyback clause.
That seems like an auto, a Mueller replacement is Tillman.
If he continues to progress the way he's playing, I would think so as well. But obviously they have
45 mil for a player of his profile and age in today's market.
They have a lot
like
of young talent in
the
a similar profile. So it'll be interesting to see. They have Paul Wanner, Musiala, obviously.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
My favorite non-Tottenham player.
Musiala. And they're going to probably try and sign Wirtz. So
right.
Tillman may not just fit into the game plan.
That's very fair. How... Okay,
the pitch is so slow that they can't even move the ball up the pitch. I mean, it's your own fault, pal. Get a better grass guy. Uh-oh, he's loose.
Are you, Matthew, are you an AC Milan fan? The fact that you're going through the Emerson Royale experience right now is...
I saw somebody trying to convince me Emerson Royale has been really good for AC Milan, and then I watched the next match, and God, was he awful.
All I want to do is apologize that you have to go through that experience, but he is the biggest meme of a player you will literally ever see in the entirety of your life. Dest would be fantastic at AC Milan. I mean, just add to the U.S. players. That would be amazing.
Pepe, you're off by 48 miles.
What is going on? I can't even hear the whistle.
What are they saying?
What is going on?
They stopped advantage there? Is that what just happened? Or they're saying the ball went out of play?
I really don't know, if I'm being honest.
Hurts back throws.
Oh,
wow, that's a huge drop when you're playing against Smitty in multiple leagues.
Birthday boy.
It's his birthday today?
Yeah.
What's he turning? He's turning 22?
6. That's why I took AJ Brown, because it's like, oh, Devonta, his birthday, blah, blah. Like, it's a game for their fucking division. Like,
you're the sharpest. Play him in.
That's brilliant.
Good ball.
It's a great late run by Tillman. Cut it.
Great.
Okay.
I would like,
like
a
it.
little
I
more
like it. I
gambling,
like it.
though.
I like
a little
it.
more
I like it.
gambling. Like,
I
make the
feel
runs.
Like Pepe and Pulisic both.
Just
had good,
everyone's a
like,
half step
lane
late on the runs
integrity
into the
there.
box.
It's the whole match is slow.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
That's holding.
All right, now Tessman's playing as the deepest midfielder. It only took
Good.
forever. Pepe, run that down, please.
Oh my.
I mean, I get it. Like, on a pitch like this, I feel like you're just a little less inclined to put a foot in, but we have not won a 50-50 since Nam. This is disastrous.
No foul. Hold on. No foul. Still no foul. He's holding him. He's holding him.
He's offside.
Hold on.
I will say the refereeing has been pretty good for a CONCACAF
Sure.
match. It's not the main topic of conversation, which is usually a good thing
which
for
is
a
rare.
CONCACAF match.
Holy catch the ball.
I mean, Johan Dotson, man, that guy is not good.
No.
It's crazy.
By
Because
the
his
way,
rookie year
It
was
is
good.
so funny because everyone was like, how he did it again, how he did it again. The worst trade ever.
I mean, it's just a nothing trade. Would they give up a third for him, though? Third or fourth?
Third,
That's not good.
which is what
And Zacchaeus has arguably been better this year, who they also gave
John
up.
Dotson's a joke.
I can't believe he was a first-round pick.
AJ Brown wants rock. All right, Jaden. I'll see what you got, big dog.
If you had to take one player off this pitch and put them in the Thursday Night Football game,
Ooh.
who would you do?
Love that.
And why?
I mean, granted, Tessman did play, so he's a good. You would have to go Mark McKenzie as like an outside linebacker.
I was going to go Anthony Robinson as like a gadget player, like a Jamal Agnew
He's
type.
not that fast.
You don't think he could?
No.
What's his 40 time?
Do they run 40s?
I don't know.
Um,
Yunus Musa is like a J.D. McKissick type, maybe.
Sure. I like that. Pulisic is Cooper DeJean. No, he's way too small. Yeah, Mark McKenzie at like outside linebacker. What are his measurables?
I'm way more interested in if Anthony Robinson's ever run a 40. Anthony Robinson, 40 time.
6'1", 183. Yeah, these guys are too lean.
I mean,
Outside of like Adebayo,
what's
Akinfenwa.
35 kilometers an hour?
I have literally no clue.
22 miles per hour? That's fast.
No, it's not.
That's what Tyreek Hill runs.
Oh, 22 is fast. You're right. Sorry.
Anthony Robinson as a Jamal Agnew type gadget player. It feels like it's a nice comp.
He's too tall.
How tall is Anthony?
He
6?
also has like his right foot on his left and his left on his right.
I don't think that matters for running.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess not.
I can't believe how much shit I'm getting for that.
No,
Malik
you were
Tillman,
right.
tight end.
He's not big enough.
What is he? Evan Engram type?
He probably weighs 170 pounds.
Yeah, he needs to put a little weight on. I feel like Weston
Anyone have
McKennie-
good ones in the comments?
feel like
Tim
Weston
Weah
McKennie-
would be Devin Hester reincarnated. Is Weah that fast?
I don't know. I think Anthony's faster than Weah. I mean, I love a Devin Hester shout literally
Yeah, big
any
time.
time.
Oh, good touch.
Scally is there up there? Weston McKennie, a long snapper.
Weston McKinney literally fullback.
Yeah.
That fat fuck.
Not a bad comp. Lorenzo Neal.
What a half. That was exhilarating.
All right, we're just gonna call the Thursday Night Football game from here on.
All right,
So
I gotta pee real quick. Take over.
yeah, no problem. Anyone have any questions? U.S. men's national team, any soccer questions? Pretty well versed on them all. Not the best half. Pochettino does have us up 1-0. It is the CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinal. It's 2 legs. Aggregate score. The second match is in St. Louis on Monday. We are up 1-0 right now at halftime, but obviously not the most exciting half. I mean, to me, the biggest issue here is we continue to not be able to dominate possession of games against matches against teams that are, well, worse than us. And so, obviously, it hurt to have Cardoso go out early on. That was a bummer, but what are your thoughts on Arsenal and Tottenham so far this season? I think both, we'd probably say disappointed. I think neither are totally shocking. Tottenham, I'll let Casey speak to. Arsenal, if you told me we were going to have these kind of injuries, I wouldn't be shocked at the results. But at the same time, their injuries haven't been really the reason for the results. So it's been a little bit upsetting to see. but I still think we're going to win the league. I think the league is open for anybody to win at this point, 1,000%. And I expect, we have 27 matches left. I was texting my Arsenal group chat earlier today. I think we'll win between 22 and 24 of those. So if you look at the fixtures we've had so far, we've been away to Villa. We've been away to City. We've been away to Tottenham. We have been away to Newcastle. We have been away to Brighton. We've had some of the tougher away fixtures already out of the way. So theoretically, we should be able to go on a hell of a run. Let's see what happens. But I'm not losing hope on Arsenal this year whatsoever, especially since City are not in their best form, and Liverpool are going to eventually have a tough run of form. That no new managers come into the Premier League and dominated an entire 38-game season the way that they're playing so far. So it's just a matter of time, and they're short in midfield. So they're one midfield injury away. They've been very lucky with injuries so far. So let's just see what happens there.
Yeah, and then my thoughts, unfortunately, with my work schedule this year, I have not been able to watch as many matches, or I usually watch every single match, as I would usually like to. So it's a bit of an incomplete evaluation. Number one, people who don't watch Tottenham matches, and this is going to be, I guess, a little counterintuitive to me saying I just said I don't watch them, but Dominic Solanke has been fantastic this year, despite the lack of goals. But his build-up play, the runs he makes, everyone thought it was an overpay when we got him, and it's easy to say that it was based off of his goal contributions, but I think he's been great. I think he's exactly what we needed in a Kane replacement, or trying to. I think the overall feelings on the Tottenham season are, year one, you expect these inconsistencies with the new manager, especially when he plays a very particular style of football, and then you would like to see those things go away in year two. And it's kind of the same stuff happening where we play Villa 4-1 at home and we look like the best team in the Prem, and then you lose 2-1 to Ipswich at home. Like, those types of things just need to be completely cut out. The one good thing is we're performing very well in the Europa League, and, say what you want, but I'll take it. But yeah, overall, just way too inconsistent. We lose to Palace away 1-0, looking completely uncompetitive in their only win. And then the next match, granted, it was the Carabao Cup, but you beat Man City. It's just way too inconsistent, and it's the same Spursy style things that we've seen forever. And I still trust Ange. I don't fully know what the answer is, because I think our back line is great, but we continue to concede these stupid goals. So maybe it's not, but again, we had that exact same conversation last year. Honestly, it's a whole lot of the same stuff as last year, and that's why we are in.
So let me pose this to you. I was talking
10th place. So it actually might be worse.
I was talking to Paul Robinson today on my other podcast, the former Tottenham goalkeeper, who was on the last team to win the trophy.
Yes.
He was on the 07-08 League Cup team. Yes. And he was saying that he would take a League Cup trophy win, and not being in Champions League or Europa League, and consider that a successful season. But he was saying that he knows that the board would not consider that a successful season, and Ange would be under serious pressure if he was not to make Champions League or Europa League, even if he was to win a trophy, assuming it's not a European trophy.
Yeah.
So what is your thought on that?
This is a discussion I feel like we had a while back, and it's like those cups to the people native to the country, it means a lot more. To us, we don't
Well, it's
care.
also the stigma of our, Tottenham can't win a trophy. It's been 16 years. It'll be 17 by 2025. Is it worth just getting that monkey off your back? And the thought being, okay, we've won a trophy. Now
we can go do it.
Right.
I like that as a more of a mentality thing.
Right.
But if none of these, they're all new players with a new manager. In theory, unless we are the New York Jets, and it's no matter what happens, new coach, new quarterback, new players, the Jets will jet. Unless we are that, it shouldn't be the same Spursy mentality. None of these players played on that team.
And they've won trophies in other places.
Exactly.
Well,
so, kind of. Well,
James
Kane
Madison
didn't
won
yet.
an FA Cup.
No, but
who else on your team has won anything?
Before coming, or
right now in this
currently?
squad.
Well, Romero's won a with country. they've played in big matches, you know?
No, they played in big
Regardless, it is, to me, it is not. I don't live under that. If you can't get over the Spursy mentality without winning something, that's soft,
I kind of
in my
felt
opinion.
like that was the case with Kane having been there all that time, and I kind of felt like once he left, it's a new...
Right.
Like, as much as it was about the coach, it's like Kane had been there, and obviously the only knock on Kane, he's an incredible player,
Right.
is the lack of trophy, which
course.
to this day is still...
It's crazy.
Still going
but
on.
They're going to win the Bundesliga this year, so that's very exciting. Knock on wood, I have a large wager on that. To answer your question, I would rather just get Champions League. Like, if you told me we get top 4 this season and we don't win the Europa League or a cup, I consider that a great success.
If we get top... that's what I think it's actually harder for you to get top 4 than it is to win an FA Cup or a League Cup. I think it's a much bigger achievement.
There's a lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of good teams still in the cup. But knocking Cup. City, the Carabao.
Yeah, I mean, other than us and Liverpool, I mean, you're probably
I think
the third
Newcastle's
best
still in it.
Yeah.
Are we better than I don't like
well,
on any day we can be the best team in the Premier League, and then
I think
the problem is on any day we can also be the worst, like truly the worst, which is the problem. We've lost to Palace and Ipswich, like the fact that we can be the best
in the league right now.
and the worst, like we need to be able to be the best and then the 10th. You know, we can't have that much. What the
triple
that
reverse.
Was the worst play
the Eagles just ran a triple reverse that was blown up before even the second reverse was attempted. And
by the way, if you're Devonta Smith, you gotta see and run. Yeah, you
just hold that, take the hit.
And Jalen Hurts is hurt.
Nah, he's just crying like a little bitch.
Hurts is hurt. Yeah. So I'll pose this question back to you. You came in extremely confident, and I believe last year you said, like, we had this conversation so many times. We had this conversation so many times, but only Harbaugh can save Tottenham.
That's probably a good take, honestly.
Yeah.
He's the 10th.
You were like, it's not. I insisted this season is not a success if you don't win the title. You said it's not. It did not happen. But then you said going into this year, it is not a success unless you win the title this year.
I said we have to win the Premier League or the Champions League.
Okay, sure. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think first of all, success is not linear, but it is not a success if we don't win something this
Welcome to Will's TED Talk. Success is not linear.
It's not linear.
No, I know.
Listen, if we win our next 27 matches, we have 27 matches left, and we don't win the Premier League, that's just too unlucky. Right? Like, that's what I mean by success is not linear. If we, like last year, we did the absolute most we could have done to win the Premier League and did not win it. That is unfortunate.
I hate, like, you didn't do the absolute most.
We did not lose in 2024 in the Premier League. I understand, but like, we drew one game and won 15.
I understand, but like, that is, the standard is the standard. It may be an unfair standard, but the standard is the standard.
I don't see success to be linear. It was not a successful season, but I did not consider it a failure. At this point...
Sure, but this year, I think we agreed that this would be a failure.
Really need him to miss this.
He missed.
Yes!
Are you playing against Jake Elliott?
Yeah, 2 leagues. He's got -2. I'm him.
I'm him.
What happened to Kyle Martino?
Who is that?
Yeah, can someone tell us who the chick is on the halftime show? We recognize her. We can't remember her name.
And who's next to DeMarcus Beasley?
I don't know. That's another guy. I don't know.
All right. If anyone can tell us who either of these
and then everybody go and tweet at Max that we should be hosting this
Yanks
show.
Abroad pod on the show. Like that, we just listened for 1 second. DeMarcus Beasley's analysis was they still have to be careful about losing the ball in their own half. No fucking shit.
And by the way, that I don't even think is the right analysis. The right analysis is the U.S. should be risky with the ball, try to play out from the back. This is a team they can do that against. They should be more sure of themselves.
And it goes without saying that in those risks, if you give it away, that is not a good thing.
You're right. That's not the analysis. Is not don't give away free goals. Like. Oh, Kyle Martino is in the booth for the game. That's why.
Who is your Super Bowl prediction halfway through the NFL season?
Super Bowl prediction halfway through the NFL season? Chiefs. NFC is not good. I mean, if the 49ers can get healthy, I just feel like a rematch is just so
I like
likely.
Ravens-Niners.
If not, I mean, I love Jordan Love and the Packers, but I just don't know if they're...
Turns the ball over too much.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me so much. They can just
Literally
score.
how you lose games.
They can just score so much. Also, kind of think like he's just been so injured.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to just say I just don't think it'll be the Lions.
I feel that.
The
Everyone
Lions to me are
wants it to be the
kind of like
Lions.
Tottenham in a way where it's like
A little better,
there
though.
is a little better, obviously, but there is something to stigma. Stigma
Sure.
weighs on players, and I
feels
think,
like
by the way, I
Dan-
think it's
Dan
affected
Campbell's-
Arsenal.
I feel like Dan Campbell's like changing that.
I do too. I mean, it's incredible what he's done. Right. Well, that's why success isn't linear. What the Lions did last year was success.
Looking at the Tottenham results, it's like, what is this team, man?
But you're in 10th and 4 points off third. Is that correct?
3 points off third. Yeah.
Right. So it's
No,
like,
it's crazy, but it's just like so.
I mean, we said it in our Premier League prediction pod this year, even though we're not doing Premier League coverage anymore, that
it was gonna be
there's
super
incredible
tight after
parity
1 and 2.
between
Yep.
3 and I mean, and 1 and I mean, it's crazy.
Arne Slot's got them boys cooking though.
Yeah.
Is it sustainable?
I don't. When I watch it, I don't be like this team is dominating the Premier League.
Yeah.
So that's to me the eye test shows that it's not sustainable.
Okay.
And again, like they're one midfield injury away from being in a serious problem.
Curtis Jones scored a worldie today for
I'm
England.
been a big Curtis Jones fan for a long time.
You see that goal? Yeah. It's impressive. See what Kane said? Kind of liked it. About
Something about Ollie Watkins or something?
no. Because 8 players dropped out of
For injury?
the squad, and he was like, the one thing that was great about Southgate is he had everyone super excited to come to camp, compete.
Tuchel is Tuchel managing this?
I don't know. That's actually a fantastic
I didn't watch
question.
the
I don't
game
think so. And he was like I'll just say it, like country comes over club. Like if you play for England, that should be number one. I'm not saying to risk serious injury or not care about your club, obviously, but if you're from England, winning something with England should be your number one.
Euros and World Cup 100%. These fucking 3 international breaks in 3 months, absolutely not.
Okay, but if you don't, the less you play with this team, I mean, it is a lot of the same players because they're in this generation of consistency, but the less you play with them, the less,
Yeah. I mean, the international thing is,
it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. I mean, here we are being an international podcast.
Right.
I'm not even a huge fan of international. I mean, I love watching the U.S. play, and none of them luckily play for Arsenal. But as an Arsenal fan, it's very frustrating when our players go out to play for their country, and then Martin Odegaard misses 14 matches because he sprains his ankle playing for Norway, who suck. Moosa's getting the boys happy there, the PSV boys.
They're just giggling. They're like, LOL, can't wait to fucking...
That's what they're saying, LOL.
They're like...
If they're saying LOL, take them off the pitch.
They're like, LOL, can't wait to eat on the plane ride home. Get me the fuck out of here.
They got a team plane flying them to St. Louis? Charter jet?
I sure fucking hope so. Are they flying commercial from
Jamaica?
Kingston to
Jamaica.
St. Louis?
Yeah, Kingston to St. Louis. That's not a bad
By the
play.
way, this football game is equally as bad
it's
as...
a horrible night to be a sports fan in the United States.
Unless A.J. Brown scores.
Unless you're watching Yanks abroad on YouTube.
Then we have a real sweat in our hands.
What do you need in this one? AJ Brown?
Second quarter. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a sweaty night if AJ Brown scores.
Oh, my.
Have you ever hit one of those?
No, I just started taking these.
Have you been close?
Like, this is the third one, and no. Because there's a lot of...
Well, if you
like
don't get the first
touchdown,
one instead.
Right. That, and like the... Right, like you're threading a... There's some quarters where there's no...
Right.
Isaac Hayden's come out. There's some, obviously, quarters where no one scores a touchdown. And mostly you have to ping the one touchdown score if there is a touchdown.
No,
in the
for
quarter.
sure. And also, like,
I mean, there's a reason
you could be
win.
on a drive in the quarter ends, and then the next
Exactly.
play, the guy scores.
That's why the first and the third quarter ones are the sweatiest. Because they can leak over.
Yes.
Anyways, we're back. Isaac Hayden came on.
Is it
no
fourth quarter
changes.
plus overtime? That last one?
I would have to imagine. That would suck. If they lose or draw this game, fly their asses home on Spirit.
Yeah,
I agree. But, by the way, what's slept on? As of right now, Will's prediction is...
Yeah, I mean, we get a Pulisic goal and a 2-0 win, and we're making cake here, and the Yanks Abroad parlay of the day hits for apparently the very first time.
Cut it
Got
to him.
him!
Cut it to him.
Oh, my God. Why are we wasting so much time? There's no conviction in the way that we play.
Good start.
Good start,
Good
but
start.
a little more conviction.
Sure.
A little more confidence in the way we're playing.
Hey, good start. Came out with some energy. We were energy-less for 30 minutes.
I mean, you'd hope Pochettino got into
I don't even know
these
what I'm
guys.
going to say for this recap. I hope something happens.
Yeah, we need something to happen for sure.
I'm going to be talking about the Commanders-Eagles game live on Bleacher if nothing happens.
Oh, man.
There's nothing to recap there either.
No, there's not much. Is it me or, like, these jerseys all have this little thing at the top of their, like, backs that's, like, poking out?
Yeah, it's the like heart rate monitor trackers. Yeah.
Is that just a CONCACAF thing that they poke out like that in the Premier League? I don't see those.
No, they do. I feel like I see them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, am I wrong?
I don't know. You don't watch much Premier League.
That's fair. That's fair.
Isaac Hayden. We've now got 2 Haalanders on the pitch. Love to see that.
How long do you have to play at Hale End to be considered a Highlander?
If you're there anytime between your 8 and 16, I consider you one.
Only 3 and out.
Musa? Oh.
By the way, a penalty would be fantastic.
I'm just worried Pulisic comes out like 65 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What happened there? He missed him? What the?
I think it was miscommunication.
It's got to be better.
Yeah. Top to bottom.
All right, here we go. Let's hold ball. Let's string 10 passes in a row here.
Yeah, I'd love to see just like an attacking chance.
I'll shotgun a beer if there's one in the fridge if we string 10 passes in a row together. Get the energy up in the chat. No way. No way. All right, Tessman. 1.
Well done. Okay.
I mean, when's the last time we strung 10 passes together?
I truly have not a clue.
I literally, if we string 10 passes together in a move before the 50th minute, I will shotgun a beer if we have one in the fridge in the office.
I feel like that's like plus 5,000.
Yeah.
The combo of us stringing 10 within the next 2 minutes and having a beer in the fridge.
It's a good parlay. Almost as good as the
We're at our peak viewership. If you're just joining us, we're the home of the U.S. men's national team leading up to and during the 2026 World Cup. Hit the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button. We will be recapping this match
1,
live on Bleacher.
2.
And you will potentially be getting, wow, that's brilliant. Potentially be getting a shotgun. Does that reset it? Okay.
Tessman, man of the match so far?
Looks good.
He looks really good.
I would
really
still,
comfortable.
I would still, like,
I'd like to see
the
him
bar has become so high for Pulisic. I still think he's been our best player.
No, you're probably right. I mean, he had the assists. He's been the most creative player. I'd like to see Tessman just, swinging the ball a little more like we see him do for Lyon. But
holy chomping on that goal.
yeah, looks like Aaron Boone. Guy sucks on a wad. Nice.
It's a good ball. How does that bounce in between them? Just slightly confused.
Come on, let's pick up the pace here. Let's go. Any move that starts before the 50th minute, I will consider.
All right, walk me through a minute, 30 seconds of what Poch's team talk was. Give it to me. Your Poch.
I'm Poch. Number 1 is started the match brilliantly. First 5 minutes, this is what we worked on. Possessing the ball, moving it quickly in the midfield, finding Pulisic in those pockets of space in between the midfield line and the center back line and getting him on the half turn. Everything good came from that in the first 5 to 8 minutes. Then, just a lack of confidence on the ball. We need to trust our midfield. We need to try and make those interior passes. We're getting the ball out to Ream, who's kind of playing pseudo left back in and out of possession. We're getting the ball to Scally at right back, and then we're not able to make those passes interior. We're making them over the top too much. We need to mix it up. Over the top's good, but it can't only be one or the other. You need to keep them guessing. That's what we need to do in the second half. That's what Pochettino said. And the other thing he said is, as we were talking about all the first half, is when the ball is bouncing, we are pressing with intensity. We are winning the ball high up the pitch.
Make them make a mistake that gives us an easy goal. If we can't string 7 passes together to make a beautiful goal-scoring opportunity, then make one. Oh my God, they're lit. Then make one of our own.
Well, also, all of Jamaica's best opportunities have come from them doing that to us. They've pressed us high up the pitch. They've cornered us, not allowed us to play those interior passes I was talking about, win the ball high up the pitch, and then they create odd man opportunities.
Yeah,
now we go. Ball's bouncing. Make him try and make this short pass. He can't do it. Now you win the second ball.
That is brilliant.
Or you get completely caught out. That's the other option. We'll let him shoot that, really.
Yeah, I mean, that is never testing anyone in the... I think you saved that. Who is the U.S. men's national team captain? It's Tim Ream.
Tim Ream's the captain tonight. We're not...
What? Yeah.
I think when Poch came in, he actually maybe made Tim Ream the captain.
I think so.
I think he did.
It feels weird to come in and strip Pulisic of the armband. Like,
I don't think it was like
reason.
A strip Pulisic thing, though. I think it was like a Tim Ream is the most experienced player.
No, but that is stripping it. If he had it...
But I think Pulisic was like down. You know what I mean?
Why? He is the leader and their best player. Like, there's no reason for that to happen. Especially if you think... Especially... He's a lefty. Especially if you think there's a chance that he's not even starting for your team at the World Cup.
I will say, like, from watching this match tonight, like, there is no reason for him to be in this squad and in this starting this coming summer.
You have no idea.
That's a yellow card. If that's not a yellow card, I don't really know what a yellow card is.
All right.
What? He pulled his arm back when he's creating an attacking opportunity.
Wait, he didn't give him a foul?
He gave him a foul, but he didn't give him a yellow card. But how is that not a yellow card? He just pulled one arm back by the wrist.
As we say.
CONCACAF
make up your own rules in CONCACAF. By the way,
Weston
McKennie gets a yellow for pulling the shorts back, and he doesn't get a yellow for pulling the arm back. Make it make sense, please. Someone in the chat, make it make sense and hit the like button.
That's absolutely outrageous. What? Oh, same question. Sorry. Oh, Lord.
Jaden Daniels copying CJ Stroud. Oh, it's a great ball.
This camera angle makes it so hard to tell depth on passes. How's the St. Louis pitch? Anybody know if that St. Louis pitch is good? Like, are we in for a little bit better of a situation?
Where would they play in St. Louis?
They don't have a MLS team?
They do, right?
Yeah.
Am I bugging?
They got an MLS. They got a USL team. I don't think they have an MLS team.
That's what I'm saying.
They have a USL team. Do they play at Arrow? Nope, that's Kansas City. Holy shit.
Where are we playing? St. Louis?
I was just thinking Missouri, and that's where Kansas City is. So they got to be playing at the USL. By the way, they should play.
No, they do. St. Louis City Soccer Club. That's got to be brand new.
That's a USL team.
No. That's
MLS?
St. Louis City SC.
Anyone know anything about the St. Louis pitch?
Founded in 2019.
It is Tim Ream's responsibility to set the tone in the second half by vocalizing. 100%.
They're someone from St. Louis.
We have an MLS team.
Yes, we just found that out.
This is what
we are a U.S. men's national team hybrid Premier League.
Yeah, not an MLS show.
Not an MLS show. So apologies for that, Zach Ertz. Shout out Julie Ertz.
How many seater
City Park is a beautiful brand new stadium.
2 years ago. How many seats? This is what I was saying. Is like even if it, regardless of MLS or USL,
Energizer Park is 22,500.
That's
seats.
the right size for this team to be playing in. Like when you put them in these 50, 60,000, 80,000 seat stadiums.
Great. Save them for the World Cup.
Right, save them for the World Cup. By the way, it's great for the World Cup because you'll fill them with fans from all over the place. 100%. The atmosphere will be great.
And maybe that keeps the ticket price relative. Because, by the way, if they were playing World Cup matches in 22,000,
you wouldn't be getting
holy thousands of dollars.
Jaden Daniels
doesn't know how to slide correctly.
About 22,000. Is it a nice? You say it's a nice stadium, Tyler?
Euro snobs, LMAO.
Yeah, we're a bit European snobs.
No, we are. I'm sorry, I don't like the MLS product. The MLS
product
hurts your
By
feelings.
the way, though, go check our most recent episode from not this past Monday, the Monday before. We talk about college soccer and the MLS a lot, and what we think needs to get done in order for it to be more watchable and to be a better product.
We're not team fuck MLS.
No,
we want it to get there. It's obviously great for American soccer, but the reality is it's not there yet, and that is a bad miss by Jaden Daniels.
And I'll go to NYCFC games. We're in New York City. I'm very excited about the new stadium.
The specs are.
We're in on the MLS as an idea, but the product right now is just not up to the standard of. And yes, I'm sounding like a snob as you said, so that's completely fair. I can't read your handle from here, but that's completely fair. Matty Ice. Matt Ryan, what's good, brother?
Oh yes, we are Euro snobs. As you've heard us complaining about this CONCACAF bullshit.
The CONCACAF is bullshit.
Everyone that's visited said it's a great stadium. It's brand new and soccer specific. I'll be in attendance Monday night.
Heck yeah.
That's very exciting. Take care of business. And that's the same thing with the stadium in Columbus. The new Crew Stadium is beautiful.
Yeah.
Built specifically for soccer. Like, I think, by the way, those are great steps. Making soccer specific, not 100%. An all-purpose football, concerts, whatever stadiums. I think that's a great start.
And interestingly enough,
how much is the NYCFC new stadium going to hold?
I think like 18 to 20,000 or something like that.
Perfect.
For sure.
I went to Selhurst Park. They hold like 13,000 people there.
Craven Cottage is 18,000 people. It's the best atmosphere you've ever seen.
All right, we got 4 minutes.
And what's funny is the British soccer stadiums are going the exact opposite way because they want more revenue. And so they're all going towards these multi-purpose stadiums. And I think it's going to kill the atmosphere there. And I think fans are going to hate it.
The way they built the Tottenham Stadium, it is just
but I'm talking about like what they're doing at St. James Park and what they're doing at Bramley
Dock. The new
Dock.
Everton.
It looks pretty nice.
Looks pretty nice. And that one's built.
That's 55,000.
Honestly, so I sat when I went
55,000. That's a lot of people to get who are going to all be. Yeah. That's the difference in the sizing thing. Is like even if you fill it, you need 55,000 people who are making noise. If it's a more intimate atmosphere and closer quarters, 20,000 people can sound like 55,000.
Well, what it is like we'll call a spade. There's 20,000 visitors at the Tottenham games every single match.
Right.
Like when you build, but that's like people travel to Europe and they're like, oh, I'm going to go to a Liverpool match. And now it's like if Everton has a real stadium, it's like, all right, I'll go to an Everton match.
I get why Everton had to do it too. It's like you're trying to compete because you need more money and they're always struggling with FFP stuff. They need to have more revenue.
We need more meritocracy in development and youth in the U.S.
Same episode that we talked about that exact thing, that the development, we're always going to be a step behind if it's a pay-for-play situation. And we don't know the answer of how you change that because that is America and that's just how it goes. But
no, for sure. I think it also is there needs to be better opportunity for players to see why college soccer makes sense for them to play in. And when it starts at the very bottom level, I think a lot of this has been like, okay, we need to get people to come play in the MLS from overseas. Yes, that can play a role, but that's kind of a stopgap. You need to show that there's a level even past the MLS because if you raise the ceiling, the floor will raise with it. So that to me is the biggest way of changing. And I think the idea of what they're trying to do to college soccer, which I was reading about, was they tried to do it a while back and it didn't work, but I think we've come a long way since 20 years ago, is really smart. And to get the MLS on the exact same schedule as the rest of world soccer will also help the MLS in terms of transfers and whatnot. Pulisic, left-footed corner.
Yeah.
Great ball.
I mean,
his corner kick delivery has really improved in the last 6 months.
Yeah, but the lefty thing, I don't know if that is the right move.
I mean, it was a good corner.
Yeah.
You guys look thick. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Add some more C's to that, please.
Facts. All right. Looking a little threatening. I like it.
I mean, at least we're controlling the game. You know what I mean? Like 15 minutes in, we've had possession. We've tried to play through the middle. Testman has gotten on the ball a lot. Scally inverting. Like we're actually trying to play the way that we want to play, whereas before we were acting scared. I mean, it takes a little while to buy into manager philosophy. I completely get that, but you have to show that you're trying to. All right. We've made one sub, obviously, due to injury. What's the next substitution you'd like to see?
That's a great question. I hate to say it. We're seeing, like, with the injuries in the squad, we're just not that deep right now. I don't think there's a singular person on our bench that makes an impact. I liked the 15 minutes Zentejas gave off the bench against Mexico, so that's my answer. What would you?
I'm gonna need to see Zendejas just so I can understand better your love of Zendejas.
Ticket prices for Monday were actually reasonable, but it's also just the made-up Nations League tourney, LOL. If you don't mind revealing, I'm curious how much they were. I'm curious what you think is reasonable.
Because you talk about price matches for tickets in the UK, and it's like someone's complaining it's 55 pounds to sit in the fourth row behind the goal.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, to go to the NYCFC match, $55 gets you in the 300s. Like, ticket pricing is just so different everywhere. Also, Tyler, I'd love to know what the soccer community's like in St. Louis. Like, do you have a bunch of buddies or family or friends who are interested in the sport? Like, is it growing a lot there because of an MLS team? It's always hard to tell because, I mean, especially in New York, like, everything's already so big. So when NYCFC came here, we already had Red Bulls. Like, it didn't feel like it changed the atmosphere a lot here in terms of the love of the sport. So I'd just be interested in what it's like in St. Louis.
Of course, Reyna is out injured, so that is why he's not here. And then we got $40 after taxes, row 11. But I didn't get them through. Oh, I did get them through the Outlaws. Okay, so that's kind of like having a season ticket. Yeah.
But still, that's good to know. I don't know if you saw the update on the Reyna injury, but they're now kind of calling it like they're not sure what the injury is.
That is the worst thing ever.
It's like it's not undisclosed, indisclosed. It's like literally the word was like uncertain. Like he missed out with like an uncertain injury, an unknown injury. It's not a good situation.
Can't diagnose it. You don't know how to fix it, which is a nightmare.
And I was reading something, and
That's
they were
a
like,
bad giveaway.
it maybe is more like a Dortmund. What's going on with the Dortmund doctors? Like, what is the situation?
This sounds really fishy. Why can't the Gio Reyna experience ever be normal?
He's got to get out of there. It's one of those players where it feels like a fresh start may just be the answer.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I thought Marseille would have been a really interesting move for him this summer. League One seems to be a really good option.
The Avengers of random above average players.
For sure. But I mean, McKenzie, Tessman, Balogun, Weah played a good amount there.
Hold on, Mark.
I'd be interesting to see Reyna there. That's the guy I was talking about.
Oh, well done, Mark.
After that early mistake, he's definitely been our best defender. We got to get out. Get out. The back line, they're all on different levels. You had Anthony 8 feet behind the line. That's out.
Can you explain to me how the Outlaws works? Is it a subscription or not a subscription, a membership?
I believe it's a membership.
It's a membership that you join, which then gives you access when the team is in. I know it gives you you get a scarf and a T-shirt, and then you get access to the tickets when the team's in your city. But if you could expand on how that works, I would be very interested.
And how long you've been a member of the Outlaws?
Yeah, because I'm sure that all has to change when it comes to the World Cup.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of allocation.
Or if you get grandfathered in, that would probably be elite.
I feel like they're not going to get allocation.
You don't think so?
I mean,
I can't imagine.
I just can't imagine something as corrupt as the World Cup's giving allocation to the Outlaws.
FIFA's not corrupt anymore. You didn't hear?
Oh, I did not hear, no. Yeah. I mean, Tillman's been really good playing from deep. Tessman and Turn? Nice.
I'm not from here originally. Lived here for just as long as the MLS team's been here, so 2 years. But St. Louis has a huge soccer history. As a city, they are home to the most U.S. Open Cup winners. Learn something new every day.
I mean, I love how into St. Louis soccer you are.
Yeah. No Rams? Let's just talk real football. Think people stay LA Rams fans, or they become whoever the closest proximity?
LA Rams fans, I would think. Well, it's also there are already so many LA Rams fans who stayed St. Louis Rams fans because they were there until the mid-'80s, and then.
All right, we got 2 minutes for an A.J. Brown touchdown and 35 minutes for a Christian Pulisic goal.
I feel like our bet is a lot better than your bet.
I would thoroughly agree.
Tillman has really impressed me playing from deep.
Especially because they continuously are running the ball like they're trying to get a field goal for their field goal kicker who's missed 2 field goals.
I mean, the under of this game was the lock of the year.
I
mean, we were so due a bad Thursday night football game. Let's just be clear. The last few have been electric.
What was before that?
Jets-Texans. That was pretty good. With Garrett Wilson, 2 insane catches.
True.
And then I think the one before that was maybe that Falcons-Saints game that had like 900 points. No. Oh,
Let's
and
go.
concussion.
We're live, baby.
Could you imagine if A.J. Brown scores?
I would actually shit a brick. Can we
No.
play defense first? That's
Goal.
so easy.
What? Matt Turner's just standing there.
Well
First of all,
done,
great play
Eunice.
by Musa.
Okay, so many awful things just happened on that play outside of
Everybody
Eunice
was
Musa's
just
try.
caught napping. By the way, that's why I like Musa at right wing, and I think Weah will do similarly well. They're a really good defensive acumen for kind of a forward winger type player. Really, really well done.
Okay, so
Reem is
who gets
18.
turned so easily there? Pepe. Okay, so our striker.
I mean, why he's defending there is beyond.
All right, I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad from anyone but Pepe, and really well done from Eunice Musa. That's a goal.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
Oh my Lanta. On who?
Handball.
Oh my God, the Jamaicans are getting into it. What did you call them? What are they called? The Reggae Boys?
Yeah, they had a band there. That was
that
the
is
Reggae Boys.
Yeah, that's what,
Remember for 2.5 years in prep for World
Yeah.
Cup tickets, potentially $35 for the year. Get a T-shirt and a pin. Also discounts on certain other apparel/soccer sites. Get access to U.S. game tickets. I mean, for $35 a year, it seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
and if
definitely
it
a good deal. If
and
you
if it
actually
truly
get
does get you in
tickets,
for the World
yeah.
Cup, what were they
Oh.
asking for?
Reem definitely used his arm.
Really? Why are they running the ball? Do they have timeouts? Yeah, they have 3 of them. Okay.
That's a handball. I don't know what to
Yeah?
tell you. That's a handball. Right here. I mean, he may not have hit his arm, but he used his arm. We're not talking stopping a corner kick from going directly in as a good save. You cannot be. You cannot be scored on directly from a corner
I
kick.
feel like you treat Matt Turner like I treat Pepe. Like even when they do well, it's
We're
not
not-
good enough.
That's not doing well. That's doing the bare minimum.
I mean, that was well whipped into the like.
That's doing the bare minimum. Is stopping a.
That goes in on some goalkeepers,
It does go in on some goalkeepers.
and we have a some goalkeeper. So
Okay.
you got to be happy when he's doing better than some.
Who's wearing 20? Is that Cade Cowell coming in? Brandon Vasquez. Perfect. The guy is a bet.
All right, here we go. I love it.
Watch out. He's got a bad wrist.
Kiss, kiss, kiss,
Leon Bailey.
kiss.
When did Villa and Fulham play? Revenge game.
AJ Brown,
Could you imagine?
top of your screen.
Could you imagine? Smitty.
Smitty. Good defending.
D.
Sinistro.
When did this defense learn how to play?
Yeah, they
Like-
everyone just assumes it's the same Commanders, but they've slowly been
Like,
stopping
they're
the
good
worst.
yeah.
I mean, they have a defensive-minded head coach, so it felt
No,
like only a matter of time.
For sure.
AJ Brown's wide open.
Oh my God. Goddard would have walked into the end zone. Goddard would have walked into the end zone.
That is such good defense.
Really good. Really felt like Smitty was just going to go up there. All right, ref, the show's about you now. Come on, let's move it on. With the fucking blowing and the pointing, it's like
You're blowing.
so ridiculous.
You're blowing and you're blowing.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Block, block, block.
Yeah, he's got it and more.
Let's go. Come on.
You're kind of cooking.
3 shots to the end zone.
Anyone but Goddard or Smitty.
No, the answer is AJ Brown.
That's great for me.
You're right.
Randy has him on her fantasy team. She'll be happy.
Well done, Jalen. Also, people that were St. Louis Rams fans now hate the Rams because Stan Kroenke ripped
yeah.
them from the city.
So do you hate Arsenal?
Claiming it wasn't a sports fan. They can't stand that, man. No Arsenal fans here, LOL. I'm from Michigan, so I'm trying to convert them to my Lions. Good time to be a Lions fan. AJ Brown, top
Who's
of
your
screen.
Premier League team, Tyler?
No. Yes.
They don't have timeouts.
Yeah, they have 2. They have 3.
Oh, I thought it was on the right side.
Yeah, I know. Me too, originally. That's very interesting. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would assume that they just go, but it also feels like the team's getting stripped from you.
So, like, what do you...
Should be Leon
Busio's
Bailey's
coming
second
in.
yellow. That's such a good call.
It
I
definitely
really
should be a
forgot about
second
that.
yellow.
He was literally all up in his grill.
He also pulled Pulisic back before. He already has... Yeah. Uh-oh.
Well done, Tim.
Tim Ream done pretty well in wide 1v1s against Leon Bailey, which is pretty shocking.
Or just stop sleeping on Big Tim.
I mean, I think his
If Pep Guardiola wishes the guy was younger so he could be on his team.
I was going to say, the one thing in Tim Ream's career is he's never been good in defending in wide 1v1, so...
All right. This is feeling like a 2-0 Pulisic.
Unless he comes off right now for Brandon Vasquez.
Nah, I think they'll
Vasquez
keep him
going
on.
for Pepe and Busio for Tessman.
Yeah.
Can lock that in.
And A.J. Brown in single coverage against Sainstrel, who is 5'10", needs to be an auto throw. An auto throw. Please tackle. That needs to be an auto throw.
Busio for McKennie. So Tillman's going to have to play the 10. That's exciting.
Amazing. We love that.
Unless Busio plays the 10.
A little Tillman slide rule pass to Pulisic sounds good to me.
It's pretty tasty. I mean,
Don't pay attention to the Premier League much anymore. Used to love Chelsea when Drogba was there. Mainly watch AC Milan nowadays. I love it.
Yeah.
Were you talking about the Emerson Royale experience? Is that why that came up?
We watch a lot of AC Milan too, obviously. Podcasts. If you don't know, if you're new here, Tyler, I don't know if you are. We cover every single week. We're doing 3 performances from around Europe of our American players, detailing all their best actions, what they're going to use to bring to the U.S. men's national team moving forward, the things they're getting better at, the things they're learning with their club. And obviously, because of Pulisic, we watch a lot of AC Milan here. So we are also big AC Milan fans. Just recently actually bought some AC Milan gear. So
Love it. If this better be 2 shots. You have 2 missed Jake Elliott field goals.
no way this is 2 shots.
2 shots, baby. 2 shots. Single coverage of Saint Strill again. Bobby Wagner's slow ass on that side. They have no clue what they're doing up there on the crosser. And
he
they ran into each
Devontae
other.
Smith. Devontae's wide
open. And he missed him. Holy shit.
Oh, Devontae and Saquon standing
So
alone
open.
in that half of the end zone.
And Hurts is injured.
Let's get the independent doctor out there.
Let's throw it again, or we're kicking. And we're kicking. And my bet's dead. And
we need Pulisic. I mean,
if they didn't run into each other.
the best thing that ever happened was they ran into each other.
Yeah.
Look at these 2 guys.
Oh my
You never
God.
see no more open receivers.
All right, we're back to the U.S.
All right. The U.S. needs to do what they did between... Dude, Anthony, what are you doing? Uh-oh. That's a goal. Oh.
Done, Tim.
Tim has done nicely. The slow pitch is helping him. We could use another miss from Jake Elliott. Imagine. Can you believe they used to do extra points from there? Forever? That's a
Tyler's
yellow
been with
card.
us since Copa. He's a fan of BDG, and the algorithm did its thing.
Love to hear it.
Love that.
We are not fans of BDGE here.
Yeah, rank the BDG members, including myself in that, and Will.
We need that. We need that ranking ASAP, Tyler.
Okay, Pulisic can't score if we don't have possession in their half. Thoughts?
I think that's a good thought. I think Brandon Vasquez is one of the thickest people I've ever seen in my life. Talking about thick.
Thick,
Whoever
yeah,
called
facts.
us thick before. Brandon
You ain't
Vasquez,
seen
you're going to really
B-Vaz.
like Vasquez. I mean, look at the badonkadonk on Brandon Vasquez.
And here we go. We're 75 minutes into the match, and we're getting badonkadonk.
I mean, this is one of the... It's really... we've had 3 international breaks, right?
Yep.
This season already, which
I'm
is...
scared they're all going to be this boring.
I think the Monday match will be better. We're going to have a real pitch to play on.
Not
And
if we're
Jamaica's
up
going to have
1-0.
to...
Well, yeah, they're going to have to come out.
I mean, hopefully we go
Yeah,
up 2-0.
you're right. You're right.
If we go up 2-0, Jamaica's really going to have to come play. Here we go.
Oh, he
Tessman.
wanted to spray that with the left out wide. Now they're just chopping people down.
Yeah, well,
Like,
this
let's
is
get this under
CONCACAF. This is
control.
CONCACAF becomes unwatchable
I feel like
because
Jamaica doesn't usually do that, though.
it's just ridiculous. I mean, early goals are just killers for these
Killer. It's
CONCACAF
actually
matches.
insane.
Tim Ream is taking this.
Love it. He's class. Pep wanted him.
I like Tim Ream. Don't turn this on me
No,
not
you
liking
don't.
Tim Ream.
No, you don't. Let's call
I
a spade.
love Tim Ream.
Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not do that.
That's your new phrase, huh?
Is it?
He said it like 8 times tonight.
Love it.
It's a pretty good ball. Vasquez?
Oh, if that comes all the way across, could you imagine?
Oh, my God. Turner, please.
Well done, Matt.
Well done, Matthew. Best action of the night other than the penalty save. Y'all ain't seen.
Grealish? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Could you clarify what you mean by y'all ain't seen Grealish? Seen plenty of Jack Grealish. Come on, Boosie. Oh, that's got to be a red card. How is Mason Holgate not on a yellow card yet? He's been involved in 3 different tussles.
Can you
I mean, that's a red card. That's as.
can you confirm what you meant? Y'all ain't seen Grealish. Did something happen?
I'm playing.
I'm going to say Joe is the GOAT because I feel like everyone would be okay with it. That is a fact. Joe is the GOAT.
That's a cop out, Tyler.
It is a cop out.
That's a big time cop out, Tyler. We'll let it slide, but that's a big time cop out.
All right, I'm searching Grealish on Twitter or X, or should I search it on Blue Sky? Is that what it's called?
Blue Sky, yeah. Grealish.
Be thick.
Be thick too.
Them calves are special.
Yeah, I'm not thick in the calf area.
Wow, you want to know what I just saw when I searched Grealish?
What?
Jack Grealish could swap Man City for Tottenham.
Yeah,
if the
you
deal can be
haven't seen
struck,
these
it will
links?
be in the summer rather than in January.
You haven't seen these links?
No, I
It's not gonna
all I
happen.
saw was January and assumed that they were saying it could happen in
I got
January.
Brandon Vasquez.
We need Pulisic further up the pitch if he's going to score.
We need a
Good
penalty.
touch, Malik.
We need a penalty so badly.
It's actually funny you say that, Tyler. I didn't know Joe's last name when I first met him. His contact in my phone is just first name Joe, last name Goat. Joe Goat.
His last name's something Italian as fuck.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
like
Lacasano or
it's,
something.
yeah.
Maclasano.
Maclasano or something.
Joe-
Joe's definitely watching this, so he can comment on.
Yeah, Joe, let us know your last name. I haven't seen Joe in forever. I don't come on Fridays ever.
Wow, Jaden gets him into field. Did you catch that? Why do you guys think? Oh, who do you guys think will move in January? It's a great.
In terms of
question.
U.S. players or just generally?
I think he's saying generally.
I don't know. January is just like really not a thing since COVID. Like there just aren't big deals in January. I still think Osimhen is gonna, because he has that release clause to leave Galatasaray in January. I think he's gonna try and push to leave. I don't think he wants to be there. But I don't really know otherwise. I mean, I think Arsenal are gonna make a signing if they're still in the title race at that point. But I don't know what that signing's gonna be. I mean, Sterling's been horrible. I think Jesus may leave in January. I wouldn't be shocked if he left in January in order to bring somebody else in.
I'm surprised he's stuck around this long.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of minutes he's playing, I think he'll force a move to Saudi or something in January.
You think Saudi? You think he's given up on his career?
I just don't think like there's anyone in the Premier League who's going to pay the wages that he wants.
That's fair.
And then, I mean...
Yeah, I guess it's a personal decision of would you take a pay cut to get consistent minutes?
Most of these guys won't take pay cuts.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's not a thing. Like, that's more of a normal thing here.
It is a way more normal thing. Like, these guys, once they're earning a certain amount, they want to make that the rest of their
Matty
life.
Ice, who are you asking for? I don't think in general it is, but...
Is for Arsenal, is Isak realistic? Not in January, but I do believe, from what I've been told, he is our number one priority for this coming summer. But
yeah.
I was also told last year that at this point, Osimhen was our number one priority, and he was. And then they met with him and didn't like his attitude. So I can't really tell you much more than that. But I know Isak is at the top of our list with Nico Williams, and the plan as of now is to try and get both players. So
this is a good question. Would you say Poch's start is going as well, better, or worse than expected?
That's a great question, and that is one we are going to use on our live stream right after this on Bleacher Report. You can find us in the Bleacher Report app. We're going to do a 30-minute post-game reaction, and if you don't find us there, it'll be live tomorrow morning on our YouTube page. But to answer that question, I would say worse. I mean, we've seen very little entertainment.
Yeah,
we've seen no semblance of tactics over any long period of time, more than 10, 15 minutes of gameplay. It's a little bit frustrating. I think the one thing you and I really thought we were going to get from Poch was intensity.
Yeah.
And we have seen no intensity in 3 matches, albeit 2 friendlies.
Yeah, I kind of wanted, like, I kind of just wanted to see like a
Busio?
3-2 US. Like I wanted to see something crazy, and it's like we're leaking goals, and it doesn't look good, but like it's fun, and we haven't gotten that. We got a 2-0 versus Panama and an 0-2 at Mexico.
And I get it, you're trying to build a spine or whatever, but it's not like we look that great defensively either.
No,
like
no,
they
no,
should have
definitely.
a goal or two.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit just worrying. It's like I don't know who we'd play if we beat Jamaica.
Again, we did say temper expectations early because we saw how long it took at Chelsea. Like Poch's system is becoming a more normal system now in the modern day of soccer, but still a little bit unique in its own right. So it was always going to take a little time. I think the perfect thing is, in theory, it should be hitting its stride and coming into form right around the World Cup is the correct amount of time to kind of expect that to happen. So the only bad thing there is it could be a bit of a tough watch. By the way, a lot of people were questioning Germany because it wasn't coming
1000%.
together, and then it finally did.
1,000%. I would say it's gone worse than I expected, but I'm in no way worried. I think it was a great appointment of having Pochettino, and we're winning 1-0. We're not losing. Like, a lot of these Greg matches, it was like you're losing the whole match and then you get something out of nothing or whatever. I'm definitely happy with the appointment still, but if you don't go and and let's use the bad pitch as an excuse for now. Mm-hmm. So I'll give him till Monday until I'm going to, shore up the fact that I feel that it's gone worse than I expected, but you'd like to see some more semblance of what he's trying to instill in this team. And yes, I agree. Chelsea, Tottenham, PSG, it took time. It takes time, but you don't get that kind of time as an international manager, and he's going to have to adapt. Yeah. So
2 good points in the chat. First one from Raymar. Not going to lie, at some point we got to start asking the players more than the manager. Our players aren't playing well in camps either. They don't look like they want to play. That is 100%. That's honestly the first thing we said coming off of the Bearhalter fire is don't pass, don't pass, don't pass. He passed. Damn it. That's the first thing we said after the firing and the hiring is that we agreed the players just did not play well enough in Copa. Way against the red. Like the players were a result of us getting knocked out early as well. And now there's no excuses. We bring in Poch. We completely agree with that sentiment. Is now it's all on the players. Anything bad, not anything bad. Like the tactic, we do look a little lost at times with the current tactics, but it's on the players now. We have a top level manager. There's no other scapegoat. And then Tyler said, we've also been pretty banged up. We haven't had our starting 11. Also a good point. A lot of injuries to inherit this squad. There was.
I mean, every nation deals with injuries during the club season.
But we're not as deep.
I mean, even Tillman. Tillman just does not do what he does for PSV for the U.S. men's national team. And we're huge
Why do you
Tillman
think that
fans.
is?
I mean, first of all, tonight he was not put in a place to succeed. I mean, he was played as a deep midfielder. I mean, obviously, you do a job. He did the job fine. But watch the way he's played in the Champions League this year. And that's just a completely different player.
I mean,
well,
no need to comment because
we just don't need to
with
watch.
Healthy strikers, there's never an opportunity for him. And one last good point in the comments: this is the intensity on a warm night in long grass on a pasture against a physical team. Sure.
We've been talking about the pitch all night. I think we're not going to overreact, but I guess it's more frustration that we have to keep watching these matches on these horrible pitches with no intensity, like physical teams who, because they're on these pitches, just throw their bodies around. It's not really the sport that we love watching. Like we know the way that this team can play. Oh my God, Pulisic is frustrated that he didn't get that ball played to him. I'll tell you that.
We are equally as frustrated as Christian. Hate that text.
What?
Early one tomorrow.
What, flight?
Yeah.
What time's the flight?
That's all he said. He just wanted to set the stage.
You don't know what time you're flying tomorrow?
I assume he's going to follow up with a text of what time he's picking me up.
Like he just books the flights for you and then you just show up?
Our ops guy does. And then he books the Ubers.
Do you guys fly one airline so you have status? You fly cheapest. So a lot of Spirit?
No. That's the one rule I gave him if we were going to do this travel thing.
That's a good rule.
But yeah. JetBlue,
Just Frontier.
United, Delta. We have flown Frontier. All right, 5 minutes for the rest of our lives.
What did you put on it? 100 to win $2,000. I have 10 to win 200.
I also took something hysterical.
That could hit.
Yeah, I took Colin Sexton first team basket scorer and Klay Thompson first team basket scorer with Jazz money line, and they both scored the first basket for their teams.
And what does that pay out?
That one was 35 for $2,000. So Jazz money line for $2,000.
You don't just hedge that, put $1,000 on the other side? No. Why not?
Red card for Holgate.
Well, that means he won't play in the next match.
Well, he was atrocious tonight.
But you have to understand who the other options
Facts.
are.
If Holgate's starting, it's kind of like the discussion that the AR Flacco discussion is. It's like, how bad is Anthony Richardson in practice and in these games that they want to go with Flacco?
Did he get straight red or a second yellow?
I only saw the red.
Second yellow.
Our team will come together with health. Our best full fit 11 will look good under the system, I think. They'll bring the press and intensity even way, and the second leg will look like a change. I agree, but I think we're underestimating how close this is to our starting 11.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I mean, obviously Cardoso went out, but the back four probably only a little different. You probably put Richards in.
Richards and Dest. So I guess you're getting half the back line. Zendejas, here you go. You get half the back line. But the midfield are these players. Like, I think we agree Adams is no longer first choice. And then the front three, I guess.
I mean, I think Musa is his preferred right winger. So yeah, you're just missing Balogun. You're missing 3 out of 11.
No, you think he plays over Weah?
Musa?
Yeah. No,
we don't know yet. But
he's starting and scoring for Juventus. There's no way he doesn't play.
Yeah, but he's just not playing that attacking of a formation.
All right, Zendejas did Pulisic come off?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, yeah, we're not worried yet.
No.
I think it's just we expected to see more. Like, we knew the first camp was whatever. This was the first match where I was having a little bit more of an expectation of what Poch was bringing. We're not seeing that. Let's see what happens on a real pitch in the, as Tyler told us, beautiful new St. Louis SC Stadium.
St. Louis Soccer Club, baby.
Should be filled with fans.
Yes. Are you concerned if it's not a sellout on Monday?
It's not going to be a sellout.
No?
No chance.
Why?
I'll shotgun a beer if it's a sellout.
No disrespect. What else is there to do in St. Louis?
What else is there to do in Cincinnati? There was like 2,000 people there.
It was a friendly against Panama.
I just don't think people like really know the difference.
That can't be true.
All right, let's get a second goal here. We're playing against 10 men. I mean, if they equalize and they have 10 men, I'm going to be very upset.
Rightly so.
I'm going to flip a lid.
Not sure I know what that means.
It's freak out.
Okay.
Trusty coming in at left back. I mean, that's what we were talking about in the preview show, is that he's probably the option. I'm surprised we didn't see Chris Richards tonight. Probably means he's not going to start on Monday.
Well, I feel like there's more room for injury. You can slip and tweak something. So, you better just shotgun a beer on the stream anyway, Will. You've talked too much at this point, says Sam. I agree. Why is he just flexing the shotgun?
I'm just trying to make it a little exciting for you, Sam. I knew you were sitting there bored, waiting to say something.
You have good friends.
I do have good friends.
None of my
I'm
friends.
playing him in fantasy right now. He has Goddard and Terry McLaurin.
None of my friends are ever in the chat.
You should probably get some better friends. I bet you have 14. 7 are my friends.
You're carrying. I need to have words with my friends.
Yeah.
At least just have it up on the comp.
Yeah, it's not asking for much. It's a Thursday night. Just throw it up on the old compy. What do you think? 5 minutes of added time? Red card, couple confrontations.
So they'll give 4.
Did you know this guy was in a hat?
Frat.
Oh, in a frat.
Yeah, I heard about it. A lot of legends have come from that frat. A lot of legends.
Oh, man. I like Busio a lot, man. I got to say, I'm a really big fan of Busio. I think it's going to be hard for Tyler Adams to get into the squad. Is that a huge statement?
With the importance of
He'll get in
minutes
over
and the
Aiden
ways,
Morris.
I told you 4 because nothing makes sense. He will get in, yes.
Over Aiden Morris.
I mean, there's a lot of time to say who over and not making it. We're 18 months out.
I mean,
but
he'll probably have 2 more injuries between now and the World Cup.
Hey.
That's always hurt. Okay, spray it. Find Pulisic. Pulisic on the turn. Kaboom. I really like Busio. He's done more in midfield tonight than anybody else.
Here's my boy.
He's just an engine. Nice. Your boy's awesome. Will loves... What is Will love?
Busio.
Oh.
He can hold up a ball, I can tell you that much.
He's thick. Better be able to hold up. I mean, if Anthony assists this goal, my
turn
parlay
it
was
in.
perfect. Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
Oh, we tried.
Trusty, I think I've seen enough from Trusty.
Okay, you are being very reactionary to our subs. Busio's the GOAT. He's completed 4 passes. Trusty sucks and Zendaya sucks.
No,
They've
I've
had
watched
1
enough
touch.
Trusty at Celtic this year, and that
How many Celtic games have
I
you
have to
watched?
watch for this podcast I do. We cover Celtic
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Why?
because that's one of their big markets is Celtic and Rangers. So I'm like watching Celtic and Rangers matches.
Wow, I did not know that.
I mean, they're like on in the background, but like I watch their Champions League matches because they're not terrible. Rangers is do you think this is a bad watch? Rangers is a bad watch.
Is Tavernier still on the squad?
Yeah, he's having a terrible year.
Is he?
Terrible. He got benched. That's how bad of a year he's having.
Wow, that's shocking.
After he had 24 goals and 12 assists last year.
Right? I feel like he should be
How
great.
many rounds before
Tyson gets
Tyson
knocked
gets
out?
knocked out? No, Mike Tyson's going to... If Mike Tyson lands 1 punch, it's over.
If you think there's any chance, that is disgusting.
I mean, CONCACAF's actually horrible.
That's what I'm saying. It's an awful prospect. If you think,
And that's like Isaac Hayden. Like, this isn't some guy who plays in
that's what
Costa
I'm
Rica.
saying.
Like,
It's contagious.
it's crazy. Like, Isaac Hayden played in the Premier League for years. I don't know if he's still at Newcastle. I
If
don't
you
even know.
think Mike Tyson
I mean, that's just such a dirty tackle.
stands any chance against Jake Paul, is it Jake or Logan? It's Jake, right?
Who's the other one?
Logan.
I think it's Jake.
You are out of your mind. Jake Paul is going to win with
Really?
ease. Do you see Mike
I
Tyson
don't know
is
anything about this.
100 years old.
Okay, but I was listening to one podcast about this, and they were basically like,
Why?
Tyson. It wasn't about this, but it was just a sports podcast, and they were talking
What
about it.
podcast is talking
I don't
about
even
Jake
remember
Paul, Mike
it.
Tyson?
I don't even remember which one it was. It was like 3 weeks ago. It was before it was originally supposed to happen because they like postponed it. And they were basically saying, yeah, Paul should win, but if Mike Tyson lands 1 punch, he can knock him out easily with 1 punch.
Sure, he still packs that power, but should
So,
it? He shot it.
just sneaks
Ball.
in. Who fumbled? Shipley?
Commanders. And the Eagles have it, I think. Oh, jeez. Relax.
Sidney Brown? Chase Brown's twin brother?
No.
Yeah.
His last name's Butler.
Oh, Sidney Brown is Chase Brown's twin brother, though.
Yeah. Poch said he wanted to sign Adams when at Chelsea. I'm sure he'll get into the squad. We'll need him for a double pivot, I think. I think that's a good point.
It's a good point, except Poch does
Not
like
the
a lot of
same-
yapping. Like the whole Tillman's Dele Alli, and then played him as the deepest midfielder tonight.
Okay, but he moved him up, and I think it is worth noting that when he said that, he's not the same Tyler at like he's another injury past when
But he's looked good for Bournemouth in the little action
that's
he's
what I'm
had
saying.
this year.
All right, a 1-0.
All right, go over to Bleacher Report. You can find it on our Instagram stories, the link, or on our Twitter account. We're going to go live there right now, post-match reaction to this game. Should be fun. Find us in the Bleacher Report app, and we will see you Monday, 7:45, same time,
Yep.
for the second leg. We're up 1-0.